All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna get a hotkey to do all this stuff a little bit faster, but I am here with everybody's good friend, Grahu-Rubufo.
That's
Did I
me.
pronounce your name? Yeah, it is you. Got it. Nailed it.
I
I'm practicing your name to make sure I don't mess it up.
mean, you probably want to put the emphasis on the Ru, so it's Rubufo rather than Rubufo.
Oh, okay. I
That's
do
the
this all the
one
time with
exception.
Japanese too.
Yeah. Well, with Japanese, you're always trying to like put as little emphasis on each syllable as you can, most of the time.
When we were watching Gundam, I kept saying
Hmm.
Amuro instead of Amuro.
Amuro. Anyway, also hello. I don't think there's anybody in my channel yet, but hello to Doobh's visitors. And I'm Grahu-Rubufo. I'm here to play in space.
Yeah, we do this every Gra Day. Every name Friday, it's Gra Day now.
Friday.
But the alternative joke, it's Doomsday.
Doobh's Day.
My,
That's
my
pretty
dudes.
good.
Yeah. You know, it's a name that works in surprisingly many ways.
Yeah. So we're on the moon,
Mm-hmm.
and underground, in whatever caverns we can find, there are deposits of cube-shaped yellow-green ore, and that's wolframite. And that is what we are here for. First and foremost, we want to get wolframite.
Hungry like the wolf for my.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hmm. I did sign a hole. I just can't remember where it's at because I didn't have a bacon on hand. I think it's alongside one of these auction lines.
Okay. Um, in
We have
this
a
in this
beacon
crater or
over
elsewhere?
elsewhere.
Gotcha.
Is that a spare beacon?
Yeah, I printed out an extra beacon which we can take with us.
All right. Do we have any more base setup to do right now?
Um,
I think.
like I could putter, but I think we're okay. We don't
Uh,
exactly need to build a stable power supply here.
Mostly I'm worried about storage. Do you want me to quickly locate that spot? While you get some like extra storage or something set up, and then I'll
Sure,
run back to
sure, sure.
ASAP.
I mean, like, okay, so if we want to start being able to produce resources, the first step is going to be to make a soil centrifuge, I think. Um, um, so let's see, what do we have? We have some ceramic, we have
We have a great deal of ceramic right now.
yeah, we have some aluminum somewhere, right? Yeah. Aluminum. Um, let's see.
Let me go run and do that thing. I'll be right back. Alright, I do have the thingy. Not soil. Wait, did I not grab the bacon? Or no, it just landed on my gun?
It's a bacon gun.
Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm not tripping here. I might be tripping.
It's possible. Grah! Hello, Volta Cat.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Why am I blanking out? Oh, that's right there. It's literally right there in my backpack. I'm staring directly at it. Oh my god. It just...
You gotta get your bearings.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not even looking for bearite. We're looking for wolfite.
Bearite. Oh.
The strongest and smartest of metals. Just kind of thinking how much sense the Barthromites make in case of cut being bears. Bears are very smart.
Bears are pretty smart.
Okay, that is just a regular hole.
It's just a regular hole.
Okay, it's compound central over there. Neighboring crater.
Crater neighbor.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like a good like way to pun that, but I couldn't on shorthand. This... Wait, or is that another path? Yeah, I might have fallen down that crater at some point and had to dig my way up. Okay.
Ain't that just the way? Well, one thing we can certainly be doing is dropping tethers everywhere.
Oh, I've been starting to spread them out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm still following a tether line right now because I lost my extra oxygen tank. Rip. Embedded itself in a rock somewhere. This is meant for the future. It says, "I am now a time capsule."
What's meant for the future?
The tether I lost.
Oh, I see.
It's someone else's treasure. I might have found it. Hold on. Pack. There we go. We are making more tether.
More tether. Okay. So, I'm gonna make another platform.
Alright, I'm gonna keep going down here just to make sure this is actually a cave and not simply a path into another crater. Ooh, it's looking promising. Yep, this sure do be a cave with possibly a couple of exits. I'm gonna keep going though until I see something really interesting.
Yeah.
Because right now it's just resin I see. We have to go deeper. We have to dig more greedily and more deep. I started playing CUD a bit again too.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm getting back into it too, or rather, I'm watching Kay play it because I don't know. We're trying to get back into it like without streaming first, so that it's you gotta remember the joy of the game before you can really present it to others.
Exactly.
And it's vital that I not burn out on my own project,
The thing is, I'm mostly getting back into it to help work on some story ideas I
Nice.
had.
Well, I mean, that's a good reason to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, my assistant I's favorite character we've done was we went over it last week. How to say Syzygier?
Syzygier.
Syzygier. That's right. Like superior. Got it.
Yes.
And name Tangoda Ka, I believe is the name. And she was just my most successful character, period. And it's
nice.
And it's just like you're now one of my OCs. I claimed you.
Yeah, Syzygier is a build where if you can get your hands on a decent light source that doesn't require a hand to use, you're golden.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's pretty good to get early on. Just get like the freaking mining helmet.
Absolutely.
Conveniently located in the caves.
Yes.
They're one of the easier starts too, because I tend to go a little bit more physical with them. They're not my Hail Mary starts like I do with Artifacts, where I'm like, all right, do I need an actual agility bonus? No. And then I die like 10 times until I get that one that manages to power through.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. For me, a lot of it is like if I do an UI type build, those are the ones that are hard to get out of the early game, because when you have banked all of your mutations for the future.
It's something I was looking at too. One of the popular mods I've seen people talk about on the Caves of Cud Discord server is the one that lets you do cybernetics as a mutant.
Yeah, that one's like I'm glad it exists. I'm not sure when I'm gonna feel like I want to play it, because
Sifra. Okay, that's the name of it.
Wait, which one? Sifra?
Yeah, Sifra. I'm
gonna play with Sifra eventually, if only because a dev of the game made it. And a lot of the backbone for Sifra has already been installed in the game. So yeah, I do plan on playing it eventually. I'm just not there yet.
There's that stupid little gamer part of my mind that goes, but I like playing Truekin. That takes away the advantage. I'm like, that's fine. It's cool. Calm down.
Yeah.
That part of my brain.
Yeah.
It's fine. someone else is having fun, and that's a good thing. Okay, so that's the footpath. I should try to probably build a car path out.
You want to be a Carpathian? Carpathian?
Carpathian, yes. I mean, you know, make a nice smooth ramp for the tractor to get out with. Because this one is got tethers in the way. Because I think you can hit tethers, right?
No, not if they're planted.
Oh, okay. Well,
the thing is, so if you undermine a tether, it will become a physics object, and then it will be knocked over. But if you plant it, until the terrain under it changes, it will be a non-physics object, just kind of fixed in place.
It takes a lot to be able to install Cyberus Mutant. Yeah. Well, the idea of like hacking it, I'm glad there's a cost. I mean, I know you can get mutations as a truekin, but it's like, I don't know. I kind of enjoy that being my limitation. I love limitations in general.
Well, they're important for gameplay.
Yeah, they are, and it gets my I don't know, my creativity flowing. That makes sense.
It does make sense. We have a centrifuge now.
Hell yeah.
Which means I can spin us up a bunch of resin.
Hold on, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, you can clean it up once you're done.
Hold on. Can I enter you? There we go.
Not the most romantic proposal.
What? Excuse me?
Nothing.
What did I say?
Nothing. You said, "May I enter you?"
I was not ready for you to do that.
That's fair.
I'm used to being the one doing those jokes.
I mean, like, some fruit is so low-hanging that I have to take it.
Alright,
hi, Kelly.
I made a very, very bad joke earlier.
Yeah?
I just want you to prepare that it is a bad joke of a sexual nature.
Alright.
So someone was showing off their new cookware. Alright? You know those like the little pouring spots of like a saucepan?
Spout, yeah.
The spout, yeah. Someone there was like, hey, so what are those things called exactly? And Instagram, like, they're called the yum gutters.
Oh my god. Yum gutters. Wait, that must not... The spout? You can't call that a yum gutter. That's... They don't serve a gutter-like purpose. The nomenclature is incorrect. But I acknowledge the joke.
The logic is there, unfortunately. You go like, wait, I can see how that works. Shit.
Hey, Robin. Yeah, it's moon o'clock.
I love how beautiful language is. It's just the best thing about it.
It's very fun.
Alright, I'm having trouble trying to get this, like, nice and smooth. Can the tractor make it up to us?
Should be able to, yeah.
Okay, so it's...
If you need me to smooth something out ramp-like, I've gotten reasonably practiced at it.
Do you want to... Did I do most of the work, though? I guess it's...
Yeah.
Okay,
let me just paint this out a little bit, and then go to the top, and we can,
Yeah, I'm waiting to put down more tethers. The other ones are lost to, the earth.
Well, I found a couple up here that I picked up. Alright,
oh, so
there we go.
I did talk to Zan a bit, like I was saying.
Oh, good.
I mentioned it on, Twitter, but I realized you just do not check Twitter messages very often. I should just...
So Kay checks Twitter messages much more often than I do. My account is mostly used for promo. There we go.
Alright, understood. I will make sure to go directly to the K if I want to send a message that way.
I mean, Discord works, though. Discord is good. Discord is a good way to get hold of us, especially now that Kay is trying to spend substantially less time on Twitter, especially on the timeline.
if you want an invite to my server, it is a pretty good place.
Okay. I mean, I am in a lot of servers. I'm not certain how well we can keep up with anything, but, you know, I appreciate it.
Hey, comments are fine too. You know, like a pale bop kind of comment.
Yeah. What?
It's a polyamory term I'm borrowing. I've heard someone use.
Really?
Yeah, like, so the idea of a comet, you know, being a kind of relationship that like comes down every now and then, you know.
Oh, I
Sometimes
see.
Sometimes it's the side of the sun. Sometimes it's nearby and you can see it, you know.
Gotcha. I've never heard that term. But you know,
I don't think it's like a super widespread one. It's just one I heard and really liked, and
it's
I
cute.
Kind of repurposed for a lot of things.
Yeah. All right.
Snack some compound here. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, but you know, kind of a comet relationship with the server, because I guess my server is polyamorous now. I don't know.
Yeah. See, like, Kay is definitely trying to spend more time on her own Discord. Hopefully with the stipulation that we'll, like, you know, do some Patreon maintenance eventually, which we've been so bad about. I'm like, it's a miracle that anyone still supports us on Patreon, but bless him for doing so.
Oh, absolutely. That's how it was with my Patreon. I actually left Patreon because I wasn't really using the platform, plus the NFT stuff kind of scared me away a bit. Oh, you already fixed it up here. Cool.
Yeah, I did.
The tethers.
Reattached them. There we go.
So I went in for coffee because it's like, yeah, I'm not doing a lot of like paid content. If I got bigger, I might do something like, you know.
Well, part of the trouble is that we're low, you know, this is a low enough income household that we like really need the multiple sources of income that Kay has coming in, and because she used to be better about her Patreon, there are a decent number of supporters. And a bunch of people have held on, I think, just because they want to be supportive, and that's really cool, but still got to do something more with that thing.
I mean, most of my streaming audience is friends. Like, people I've known over, like, years. Most of them. It's nice getting some new folk, though. I met a few people here. Like, Borina is pretty cool. I like Borina.
Borina is cool. Yeah, no, that...
Non-binary star, when they show up, is also pretty great.
So Kay started Transition and being an indie dev at the same time. In 2014. Literally right before Gamergate.
Yeah, that was...
Yep.
A huge freaking year.
That was a huge year. And
formative year.
And like, you know, she was and still is friends with a lot of the people who were directly targeted, you know, like Maddie Myers and Gita Jackson and stuff. Like, those are all folks that Kay considered colleagues even then. So it's like
names I recognize too.
It was a wild time to be kind of not a target, but like very much target adjacent. Yeah. Hey, Alkia, thank you for resubscribing. Yay, a year. Thanks for your support. Hey, puppy, welcome back. Do you want to come up on the thing? You want to come settle? Yeah, good boy. That's my boy. Oh, he's in the position I can turn on the dog cam.
I can feel his aura. It is very relaxing.
He's been a very Yeah, he's been a very sleepy boy today. It's been very adorable.
I can feel the dog residue. There we go.
Dog residue. There he is. Hello, sweet puppy.
Joke, by the way.
Dog residue. Oh my goodness. The annoying dog sequence is really good. I like when I tried to pick up the sacred object and it said there are too many dogs in your inventory. I was not ready for that. I laughed my head off when I like opened my menu and saw a dog in there. I was like, this game is speaking a different meta language than I have yet encountered, and I love it. That was
Rune's kind of perfection of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy with that.
It's very good. So I printed out a couple of pieces of medium storage, because I figured we would need at least, well, we'd need a decent number of them.
I love storage.
Good. Well, feel free to take some. And also, now that we have the tractor with 2 bits, huh?
Should I? Where do you want the storage? I guess that's my question.
Well, I mean, there's still a bunch of stuff that I have to do, but yeah, you want to put one on the tractor for sure. And here, I'll take this off of the tractor so that you can replace it with something more useful. You probably want to have like a power tray and then like an empty tray that you can put stuff in, you know?
All right, let's go hook this stuff up. You tutorialize like the right amount, by the way. That's like perfect.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear it.
Of suggestion I'm making, yeah. All right, so we need a power tray.
IMO, you should put a beacon on the power tray as well, so that if you lose the car, you can find it again later.
There's that voice man. It's like, nah, it's fine. You're not gonna lose the car. And then there's the voice experience, just putting a hand on the gun, steady. Make the beacon.
Make the beacon. Here you can also have the solar thing.
Quartz. Do we have quartz?
No, but there will be some in the caves. Also, I can print one up from dirt.
Oh yeah, let's go print up that bacon there. I'm gonna shove a what's this? What's this satellite dish? Small solar. Oh, okay. That is the power tray, I guess.
Yes, it is. Here, have this also. And one nice thing is that if you're just mining on the surface, you'll kind of passively pick up some organic. You can stick it on the tray for usefulness.
And the other slots are just presumably for more organics. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, you can fill them up with other stuff as well, but like at that point you'll need to feed the generator yourself.
Should we put a second battery on it?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Especially since we went to Disolo, which means that like there's zinc here. We can make more batteries.
Easy. Okay.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, you should absolutely play this game again. It's so fun.
Oh, so anyways, start this whole line conversation. I talked to Zan, and she said she might be interested in joining us sometime. She can't make like a actual long-term commitment, but she can like pop in on occasion, possibly when we're doing things.
So Kay has finally gotten to introduce Xandra to Vintage Story, and it's so much fun.
I've been starting to study Vintage Story.
Oh boy! I will play it with you. I will happily teach you the ropes. Maybe not on stream. I mean, well, I guess on stream would be fine actually.
Whatever you prefer. Like I can do on or offline. I got time.
Cool. Well, whatever the case.
It'd be nice to do more offline stuff together too. Get that rapport.
Yeah, I'm happy to do some offline stuff. And like just Vintage Story, it does help to have somebody who's like, well, okay, here's probably what we should be looking for from the start.
What career do you usually go with?
Oh, I mean, I like to be a malefactor.
Okay, I thought you were playing malefactor because I saw you using the sling. I'll probably do a hunter then when we play together.
That's legit. There are other things that, like, I in a support role, I might be happy to be, say, a tailor. Look for some good rocks. Those are important. Robin, that's true.
What is a good rock, though?
Well, it depends on what you're using it for, but obsidian is a great one for making tools early on.
Obsidian is one of my favorite types of stones, minerals.
If you start in an area that's like kind of volcanic and has basalt rock, you're likely to find obsidian.
Is basalt a type of volcanic rock too?
Uh-huh. And you can make tools out of it too, but they're not quite as good as obsidian. Bauxite is also a very good rock, although it's not for tools. It's for chemical stuff. But also you can use most rocks to make colorful cobblestone, and bauxite, which is bright orange, looks amazing in cobblestone form. Ooh, chalk is really important, although I don't think of that so much as a rock as I think of it as an ingredient in rock form.
Chalk. I don't know why I said that.
Chalk is delicious.
I'm thinking of sidewalk chalk.
Do you
It looks
need?
so tasty every time.
Well, I mean, like, uh, and acids are basically just, you know, they're sort of chalk with flavoring.
Is that really all they are?
No, not exactly. They're calcium carbonate. They're not. It's not a naturally occurring chalk, but they share some chemical composition, as I understand it.
All right. Well, chalky is a literal term then, not just a reminiscent term.
Yeah.
Human tongues are fascinating.
I'm trying to get the camera effectively on the dog, which is why my character has not moved in a minute.
Dang, that's a Doobh out of context candidate if I ever heard one. Jesus.
What is?
Human tongues are fascinating.
It's true though. They are fascinating. Taste is such a weird concept.
Taste and smell are very powerful.
They are. They're so powerful. I should get a real mount for this thing, or I should just get a webcam that has a mounting like socket on it, which this one does not.
And personally, I think you attach a GoPro to megabit
to him.
And just put a filter on to, you know, obviously filter out faces, and then it'll be dog cam, but a literal dog cam.
I see.
I mean, whole stream of playing catch.
To be honest, like my face is like, you know, my face is not to disguise Kay's face. Kay's face has been seen online quite a few times. I'm
always thinking in terms of, I don't know what someone else's deal is, so I want to make sure that there's plenty of room to not trample over it.
That's a good attitude. Okay, so
it's the long
do we want to
experience.
Do we want to?
Yeah, I gotta make sure you're covered.
Like explore?
Yeah, we should explore. So I have the cave marked.
Great.
Right? Where's the marker? Did I not set the color marker? God damn it! Be right back.
I think I see it though. I think I see it.
Is it just a distance thing?
Yeah. Well, it might be that it's obscured. Okay, so here's a thing that I don't know how to do on the keyboard. There should be an option to bring up your compass.
All right, let me go find that one. I will go to the buttons. I will go to the. Where's it? No, mouse. It's under mouse. It's under mouse. Okay. And then where's my compass?
Compass.
Yeah, you know, when they get your order wrong, they give you one
a free ass
for free.
Yeah.
See, there's pack catalog, terrain tool, terrain flattener. I don't see a button. Is it under control? There's no. I think it says compass. It might be just catalog. You see?
Ooh.
No, that's the crafting catalog.
I don't know. Like on controller, you hold the right like directional button and then choose it from the radial. So maybe there's a radial?
Radial. Let me try it. Middle mouse button. No. No, that's the pad there. Can I just press it on the controller here? No, okay, it's not reading my PS4 controller.
It's a fair try. Hey, puppy. The dog is seeing something out of the window that he thinks is very suspicious.
Outside sus.
Take it easy, Megabit. I know. I get it.
Can I pull it off my backpack? Nay. Yeah, I got no.
It's so weird.
It's telling me this game was definitely made as a controller game first, which is I might switch in that case.
I honestly enjoy playing with it. Sometimes there are some tasks for which the mouse is better, easier, but sorry, I'm trying to find the rover seat. There it is. I like it. The only disadvantage is that, like, you know, the cursor doesn't move as fast, so you can't necessarily do inventory shuffling stuff.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
This is good as hell. It tells me resource locate. Oh my god, how did I live without this?
Yeah, I mean, like, you don't really need it, but it sure is helpful. What it's telling you is, so it's telling you where
Yeah.
the shells are, right? But also,
Yeah.
those little cube-looking things are like data recorders that we can blow up for.
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff.
I saw those. I saw a black box. I saw some tetrahedrons.
Great. Okay, so let's head up to the trapdoor.
What's that purple beacon? Is that where you landed?
Purple beacon? Oh, that might be related to a subquest.
Okay, cool.
Here.
Why did I? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll leave the tethers here. I hit a button to try and hide the compass. Realize that's not how this works.
All right, let's go.
Yeehaw! All right. This is even better in writing in the trunk. Oh, is that the oh, both seats drive. I understand now.
Yeah.
It's reminding me of when my friend was playing Kerbal Space Program and he was trying to make the tiniest rockets possible, so he make the bucket seat.
Where are we headed? Oh, we're headed over to your beacon,
blue.
right? Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna Labyrinth David Bowie voice, go to the underground. I'm not gonna try to do David Bowie impression. I simply do not have the singing chops.
That's okay. I have the shameful admittance that despite being a queer exennial, don't really like David Bowie's music very much.
That's, I mean, you know, that's fine. Just musical taste. Oh gosh, the seat is actually causing terrain problems. Yes. Yes.
Like there are some exceptions. Like changes. I like changes. I like Young American.
Under pressure.
Under pressure. Oh yeah, under pressure is good. Oh hey, look, graphite. I see some naturally occurring graphite.
I completely ignored the graphite. Here's our cave of wonders.
Sure is. Let's head on in.
Our little cave of cud.
Ooh, it's mysterious.
It's a layer cake of history.
Did you ever have a really into Homestar Runner phase, by the way?
The Homestar Runner phase has never ended.
Okay.
Every now and then I do like a kind of like, okay, so it's a sharp U-turn behind us actually.
Behind us. Oh, I
okay,
see it.
See where,
okay.
See where the back is?
I do see it.
Yeah, it's a weird little switchback.
Let me go ahead and just back up.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Points.
Literally right here.
All right, let me get in a position where I'm not literally in a rock wall.
Yeah, I forgot how close it was. Otherwise, I would have warned you.
It's fine. It's fine. We can do it. There we go.
So,
all right, tucked into a little corner so that it's not going to be disrupted.
I quote Homestar Runner all the time, and sometimes I have to stop and like kind of and think, wait a second, is that a Homestar? Yeah, it is.
So when I make the joke, come on guys, there's no such thing as mysterious.
Oh shoot.
Do you remember that one? Because to this day, it's one of my favorite. No, it was during the Scooby-Doo. I think it was a Strong Bad email. It was the Scooby-Doo parody one. Where like they're talking like, you know, where Strong Bad is like the skeptical one. Maybe it isn't Strong Bad emails. I don't quite remember, but
it sounds vaguely familiar, but like some of me definitely I've only watched like once.
Yeah, but to this day, I still will say things like, "There's no such thing as mysterious."
So if you ever hear me say "good," it is entirely because of the teen girls.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
Okay.
Great and good. Good.
I also constantly say, "Here, the cheat have a trophy" when someone in chat makes a good suggestion.
Maybe a pizza trophy.
Just slowly extending the power line.
Okay, this should be navigable.
That is a beautiful ramp.
Thank you. I've had a lot of practice making decent ramps. The key is to lock. The key is to like get the flattener tool on like a good angle, like the angle you actually want, and then you start the tool and lock it into place, and you keep that orientation.
Do you know what this cave kind of like almost feels like?
What?
It's just the blue makes it feel like it's like a ocean down here.
Yeah, there's something cool about the open cave areas. So we've definitely got all the access to laterite we need. So now, oh, I think I see them. I think I see some. All right.
What color I'm looking for?
You are looking for a sort of chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Okay.
I have found some.
I see it. Okay.
This is wolframite.
It looks similar to laterite.
That was way easier than I anticipated it being. Looks like a lot of the deposit is up in the ceiling, which is wonderful.
Okay, so I guess they use real-world mineral shapes for stuff, I assume?
I don't think so, because honestly, this looks more like bismuth than anything, right? Like it's got that cube bismuth look. Oh,
I actually don't recall bismuth offhand. It's like kind of funny, like where like I'll see like lead in a game, for example, and it looks different. It looks the same as like lead in another game, and it's like, all right, I'm assuming this is what lead actually looks like, but maybe it doesn't. Oh, I'm dropping.
Yeah, let me go get a tray.
Stars. They turn to little stars, Grah.
Yeah, they're like malachite that way.
All right, this is
Here,
the official
put some on
Doobh.
the tray.
This is the official Doobh ASTRONEER medal.
Yeah, tungsten. Oh, I guess I need to put it down.
Wolframite, because it goes in star shapes.
But it's not the only star shape. Copper is also a star shape.
I didn't notice. My God, it's full of stars.
It's full of stars. This is going to be a great start. Star. Once we have our first batch, let's go back and smelt them. And then we'll see if maybe we can make a chemical facility. Because I think that you need tungsten to do that.
I do love some good chemicals.
Well, once we can make plastic, a world of storage opens up for us.
Let me go drop some tether lines to clear a couple more spots.
Go for it.
And see what other wonders are hidden in this cave.
Sure, I'll drive back and start smelting.
Yeah, this is a vast cavern.
Sure is, don't get lost. Remember that the world curves. So if you go somewhere in a straight line, coming back might not be the same straight line.
Wait, I can go around the whole planet?
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and
I thought it was just like a location on the planet.
And Desolo is very small. So like moons, it's pretty easy to circumnavigate the entire surface. I don't know whether the cave, like that cave might not be the entire planet, but it does follow the planet's curve.
I mean, the tethers are here to lead me back.
Yes.
So
yes.
That's the nice other thing about it. I'm not like actually huge. Okay, so here's the thing. I have a very good spatial sense. When I play like Minecraft or whatever, I never put markers down because I can just memorize.
That's legit. I don't think of myself as having that skill, but then I played Subnautica and I had to gain it. Because in Subnautica, like, there's really only so much mapping you can actually do. You are underwater. It's 3D. You're going to be going through narrow passageways. You can't really map that.
It's not as good as it used to be. You know, skills fade of time sometimes. But like, I still feel pretty solid about that stuff. Okay, I can do a couple more of these presents, and then I can run up. Are you already taking the tractor back?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I'm fine walking. I actually like walking.
Uh-oh. Hang on a second. I knocked over a tether, but I'm setting it back up.
Thank you, because it disappeared right then. If you didn't say anything, I might have panicked a tiny bit.
I understand. That's why I said it out loud, because I was like, oh, this might actually... Fixing this will disconnect the tether for a minute.
Now, I'm not actually trying to convince you to play Borrow Trauma right now, just headlining it with that. I'm just saying, though, that there is a certain experience in Borrow Trauma where the captain forgets that you're outside the sub and it started moving away.
Oh, no!
And you're like, where's the sub? And the captain's like, oh, I forgot you were on board. I'm like...
I did watch a little bit of your stream. I just didn't have the wherewithal to interact. I'll be honest, it looked really confusing. But
Yeah, it
you
was a
know,
lot to clean.
that's not to say that like I can't grasp it.
I've been trying to get better about explaining what I'm doing, and as a medic, I have a lot
There
of
you go.
time to explain what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll make sure to do that more. I could practice by tutorializing. I like talking is the thing. That's why I like being captain, because I can constantly talk.
That's legit. Whoa.
Honestly, if I was in a captain position, it might actually be easier to parse because I have all the information. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Ooh, and then nothing. Okay.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm like, oh no, Gra died.
I was just making my way back.
An adventurer has finally come into her cave.
Oh no. Fucking adventurers.
I got killed by a legendary snapshot the other day.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, I didn't think they could do it, and then they went and freaking did it. Actually, I got killed by a snapjaw like a month or two ago too. I forgot it was one of the choppy boys, and then a hand came off, and then I bled to death.
Nice. Oh wow, yeah, a feeder.
I keep forgetting about the choppy boys.
Well, I mean, the thing about that is that a snapjaw's bite is an axe-based weapon, right?
Oh, is that what's doing it?
And what happens when an axe crits?
Yeah, it
dismembers. Yeah, so like basically what happened to you is that you know the snapjaw hit with their natural weapon and critted.
I mean, I have much
so
respect
technically
for every snapjaw who kills me. Like,
yeah,
they earned it.
But yeah,
that's
like
a hero.
Technically like any snapjaw can take off your limbs.
Okay, that explains a lot. I just assumed I was missing like what type it was.
Understood.
Usually it's a more powerful snapshot that does it.
Well,
because,
sure,
you know,
because they're
a higher chance of doing.
Right, higher chance of landing a hit, higher chance of critting. Okay, so we have our first piece of tombstone now. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened there.
A little glossolalia.
I think it might be time for me to take a moment and build out our base platforms a little bit. You want to like go check out that shuttle and see what its deal is while I am
let me go offload my pack here.
Cool. I will clear out a little space and create a simple powertrain for us.
I like it. Honestly, I'm super satisfied with you doing most of the building right now.
You seemed to like that, yeah. I enjoy building a lot, and also in Vintage Story, I've gotten really super used to doing complex building projects. So if we do play that together, I will happily take charge of building and let you explore, because like exploration is crucial.
So the thing is normally I love building. But with my particular friend group, I end up being the builder.
Gotcha, because everybody else likes to explore.
Yeah, and so I rarely get the chance to do it. And I think part of it is too is like sometimes I have a little bit of a trust issue. Like, no, I need things a particular way. I try to work on that. I was gonna be overly particular.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is a thing to be aware of and deal with if necessary.
I just need to feel like there's like there's like an order going on.
Yeah.
And with you, I always feel like there's order going on. You have a
thank
plan,
you.
Things are going to make sense.
I try.
It's a paddle play style to me, and I am very happy.
I mean, my thing though is that like I will make a mess before I make order. That's generally how I work. Is that I have to make the mess first, and then I can make it into something cleaner and nicer.
Gosh dang it, I accidentally made 2 small printers instead of a tether. Oh well.
It's sometimes like that. Eventually, like, whenever you make something extra, we can just throw it in a shredder and turn it into scrap. And scrap...
Apollo lunar module.
Ooh.
The Eagle has landed.
Nice. Did you get a little chivo for finding the lander?
Probably. I have Steam notifications turned off because it causes too many frame rate issues.
I get that. That's understandable.
I had to turn it off for Kenshi.
Right, you told me about that. It makes sense. Like I feel like Kenshi and Caves of Cud both have the thing going on of being relatively visually simple games that nonetheless have a lot of calculations happening at any given time.
Yeah, part of it too is they're using Ogre as their engine for it. Which is
Ogre
like a really old engine.
got an ogre slaying dagger. It's got +10 against ogres.
Please, the game's struggling. Please do not hurt it more. But they're doing Unreal Engine for Kenshi too. And that's like
cool.
That's like a strange community too. Because like I go wikis a lot for games.
Right.
I like studying and learning games that way.
No,
and,
I do too. I don't know if I mentioned this, but one of the things, again, like, you know, I am patient with you evangelizing Barotrauma because I'm going to continue to evangelize Vintage Story. But one of the things about it is that the entire handbook is in-game, which means that most of the stuff that you would go for a wiki for is available in the in-game help. One of the coolest features is that in your inventory, if you highlight an object and then hit H, it'll just bring up the handbook page for that object. No, wrong way.
Alright. I like that. Like, Stellaris has a thing where, they just have an internal browser and you can, like, open the
oh!
for it.
That's clever.
It's not a great one, but it sure does beat windowing out and opening up a separate browser.
Oh, Viridilucens says, what I love the most about the handbook being populated by game data is that it fills in modded things.
Oh, wow.
That is cool.
Okay, so we got destruction for mods. That's cool.
My friend Danny, who may be getting maybe making a dedicated server for us in time, actually has started a mod that makes the handbook reveal things to you gradually. Like step by step, because I think that they started playing the game and were overwhelmed by like the relatively low number of things that are explained to you. That's the impression that I get. Anyway, I'm sorry, I was rambling.
No, that's good as hell. I like hearing that. Okay, so the thing about like accommodation in games, like accessibility, all those nice like A words, is that there's always stuff you don't consider. And, like, that's funny, too, because that's something I should consider, because I also sometimes get overwhelmed.
It's totally a thing. I tried to play Unreal World and bounced off of it for that reason. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, this doesn't seem like it's more complicated than Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, or Bright Nights, but I don't know where to start. Like, I didn't know how to get started, and, like, there were things that I conceivably could do, but I didn't know what I should be doing. So that's a thing I run into from time to time.
That's a 7 days to die sort of issue. I mostly got over that by watching people play it and learning for how their structure of playing.
You don't see a lot of people streaming on Real World, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that one's not too common. I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it get played. I've heard of it.
I started trying it because it got brought up a lot when people were talking about Caves of Cud.
I watch a lot of Splattercat, who's a...
Oh, I've seen Splattercat from time to time.
Yeah, I've been watching him for like 7-8 years. He's not a perfect dude, but he's a pretty great dude.
I feel you. I know that feel.
But he's actually said numerous times that Caves of Cud's like one of his favorite roguelikes.
I think I dropped in on one of his streams the other day. There's always this little thing where I'm not 100% sure whether people know that I work on Cud, but people do know me as the Snapjaw who streams a lot of Cud. So, like, it's this interesting interplay of what is known and what is not known that I don't necessarily know ahead of time.
I feel like in your position I would never correct it either.
I don't... My policy is not to, like, hide it, but I usually don't, like, open with it, if that makes sense.
It's kind of a weird thing to open with.
Yes, it is. It is a weird thing to open with, just out of the blue.
Like, who's the other developer that was checking out when I was doing the Palladium Reef
Might have been Narf.
beta? Might have been. I can't remember who.
Narf has spent some time hanging out in streams, less recently, but
yeah, I've also been planning ahead too for like what Cut 1.0 release too. Just like, okay, what's my online character gonna be? What's my offline character gonna be?
I can scarcely believe it's gonna happen. Like, I know it's gonna happen, but like I've been a contractor for Freehold for like 5 years now. It doesn't feel like 5 years because we've been trapped in hell, but like, that's wild. Like, this game's production has been a reality of my life and Kaylin's life since 2015. That's not a short amount of time.
And
even if it is only half of CUD's like development cycle.
I mean, we are living with the curse of maybe living interesting times right now. So
very much, yeah.
The reason it feels so long, but
yeah,
still,
probably.
like, it's a big project. My assistant has worked on 20-page research papers for her history degree, and you know that's. I don't think that compares to a game development, since 20 pages is like a lot for someone at that level of education.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Kaylin has a lot of experience with theater, which tends to have a pretty tight turnaround in terms of productions.
Yeah.
You don't have theater productions that like are years and years and years before they're finished. Hi, Birdie.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Boy.
You went for a walk.
Oh, that's wonderful. The dog has been for a walk.
The dog has walked.
Dog walked. Birdie helpful.
Could have folk around helping.
Yeah.
It's 4.
It is 4.
I gotta go run some errands.
Okay.
Back by the house. I might be able to come back by tonight.
I would like that.
Message me when your stream's done.
See you soon. Bye.
Sure.
Okay, Birdie's off on some errands.
She sounds like a cutie. You can tell her I said that.
She is a cutie.
Hell yeah. High five.
Birdie's actually really cool. If you've seen the icons of me that are like, there's one of me blushing, there's one of me just kind of attentive, there's one of me sad. Birdie drew all of those.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, no, you have some very, very good drawings and emotes and stuff.
I sure do. The pixel ones were by Kaylin, so like, you know, some of them are made by us, but
I'm very stubborn about my emotes. I insist on doing them myself, despite working on them very slowly.
I understand that, though. Actually, like, it took a long time before I made laughing emotes for myself, because I couldn't get them right. But eventually Kay came up with something that I thought was cool. And then later I re-implemented the one that I had struck, so that I now have 2 different kinds of laugh.
I'm still trying to get my shoujo laugh emote figured out. It's really hard to draw in my hand with enough contrast.
You're talking about like a sort of Ojo laugh? Like,
yeah, you know.
yeah. Of course.
Like the
I did it even though I don't have hands implemented. I did the hand just now.
It's natural.
It is.
And I'm working on that though, because
good.
I always love that girl in an anime.
Mm-hmm.
I always love the girl, like Utena, my favorite character's Anami. Give me the most disastrous girl in the show. I will love her. This character is for me.
All right. So, do I need another medium platform or medium? Yeah, I think I do.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the Cave of Wonders. I'm also gonna drop off these spare printers I made.
I am going to make us a better powertrain. But first, the prelude to that is basically that I'm making us a bunch of platforms. Those extra large curved platforms can be made entirely from dirt. So I am just making them from dirt.
Alright, cool. Do you need any particular type of resources while I'm out?
We could probably use more aluminum. And more sphalerite wouldn't hurt, especially because we can turn those right into batteries.
Oh, there's so much sphalerite around. Okay.
Great, yeah, bring
easy.
me those purple eggshells.
Got it. When I see them around, I will get them. When I seize them, I get them.
Oh.
So for Cave Story, yeah, like I like playing a lot of range characters in games. Not Cave Story. Why is it Cave Story? Vintage Story. Different story game. I didn't even play Cave Story yet. And I was looking at Hunter because it's just like, oh, arrows all the time. I go faster too. It has all the things I like. But then also, Malefactor has like all the fun like scavenger perks. And
yeah. Like, I might go for Taylor when we play just because that'll very much cement, me being a homebody type character. And it also means that we will get to having decent clothes faster, which is, handy. Oh, right, I was going to print out some more...
I could do a Malefactor in that case, because that is...
Yeah, that's cool by me.
But like, my close number 2 is Hunter. Then there's like the Clockmaker, which is strange. I do
want to advise against us playing with like in standard survival mode. I would like.
Oh right.
I would like.
More chill.
I would. Yeah. I don't want to have drop inventory on death. I don't think the way that it's done in that game is fun. Because it's basically just like Minecraft's, which was one of the very early, death punishment systems in survival craft, and it's never changed, and it sucks.
Yeah,
just my onion.
I'm fine with that one actually. In fact, I'd probably do that myself, simply because I just consider it like a time tax.
Yeah, it is. Well, but also like, it's like you have a to-do list. And then suddenly, something has been forcibly inserted into the top of your to-do list that you have to handle right now. And you're very likely to have to retry it multiple times. It's a chore.
That's... Okay, that's a really good way to put it. I felt that way, I just never had it in words.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly it.
I feel pretty strongly about, like... I don't know. I guess I feel very strongly about unexamined game mechanics, and I feel like that is an unexamined game mechanic.
Oh, for me,
the
constant question I ask myself is, why do I play games? I play them to have fun.
Right.
And if it's not fun, I shouldn't be doing it. And sometimes I find challenges fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's times I don't. Like when I finish, I guess I'm doing a humble brag. I don't know, because it didn't feel good. I finished XCOM 2 on the hardest difficulty, Iron Man. It took me a lot of tries.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like much fun.
Before War of the Chosen came out, because after War of the Chosen, it's actually a way more fun experience in my opinion.
Oh.
But beforehand, it just was way too punishing. They were trying to... that's been my critique of like the new XCOMs, is that they want to keep trying to capture that old XCOM feeling, but they still give you a squad size of 4 to start out with, and not a squad size of 12. Where if someone dies to bad luck, that's okay. You still have 11 more people with guns.
Right.
But then Chimera Squad came out, and I think I'm feeling pretty good about the future of the series.
I have Chimera Squad, but I haven't tried it yet.
It is a little uncomfortable because it came out during a lot of like high profile like police shootings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's always gonna have that associated with it because you do ostensibly play as cops.
Yep, that is the impression I get. But it's like, alien cops, which makes it more accessible, but I don't know.
It's more complicated. It's kind of like when you play Disco Elysium and you play as a cop in there, but then you learn that RCM is like they're cops and they have cop probs, but also there's some different circumstances. You kind of have to like. I mean, it's nuance. Nuance is always good to grasp. If you don't let nuance compromise, your principles, it's a good thing.
And we're always going to be arguing about where that line lies. But that's kind of fine.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't, people don't have to agree on like everything.
Mm-hmm.
If someone decides they hate your opinion and don't trust you because of it, you know what? That's their business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Online can feel a little like more than a little. It can feel very hostile.
It does
You're not,
feel
like,
very
boxed up.
hostile.
Very yeah, like you gotta tiptoe. And
That
I
is
feel it in
that
one
is
hand.
part of why Kay is trying to stop checking Twitter timelines and ultimately wean off of it. Like,
You're not the only person I've heard like state that recently. It's a feeling I have. Unfortunately, it's also a promotion source.
well,
that
I
tells,
mean,
like,
same here, but first of all, I do think that Twitter's operational life has an end time, and I think that we are approaching it. I don't think that we're there. I think that we are getting there.
it does feel on approach.
I am delighted to see that people are moving back to Tumblr. which like, you know, has been kind of like a wasteland, but like a wasteland where there are still goofballs on there doing their thing. And like at this point, I think it's the only place where your timeline isn't going to have an algorithm controlling it. So I'm kind of like, maybe we'll go back to Tumblr.
It might be worth it. I was thinking about maybe TikTok. I don't know. Like, it's
Oh,
like
TikTok.
myself.
So here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure that I told you at some point that I have a kind of a fascination with like MLMs and scams and just like the things that make the American economy run in a bad way. Like, and TikTok is rife with that stuff. TikTok is like a huge source of like medical and misinformation in particular. That's kind of fascinating.
Here.
Yeah.
That's a particular TikTok problem.
Oh, I'm using the wrong printer. I'm like, where's my printer? I don't know why I did that voice. I guess that's my goofy I don't know what I'm doing voice.
It is very goofy, like.
We have a voice for the dog, and it kind of goes like this because he's a bit of a sad sack.
So something my assistant borrowed from one of our partners is talking for their animals, and it's always like the voice like this, just kind of like sort of flat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, mother, please put me down.
Oh yeah, for cats that works especially well.
It works pretty good for ferrets too.
I believe that. Although I kind of imagine ferrets like have the energy level of an assistant director during Tech Week. Mother! What are you doing?
They can. It's so variable.
Oh, okay.
Because, well, you know, like, so ferrets sleep like 18, 20 hours a day.
Oh, I see.
Depending on time of year. I think it's more like closer to 18. And they have high energy, they have mid energy.
Okay, that's interesting. I've known a few people who had ferrets, but I've never taken care of one.
We're not gonna do ferrets here again, simply because they are a lot of work. They need like outside cage time, but also supervision, and they need lots of stimulation. It is a lot of work. It's not something I recommend for everyone.
Yeah, they're also very smelly.
I don't notice the smell, but
Oh.
Mara does. My assistant doesn't notice it.
They are musky AF.
Yeah, when I hold them up to my face, I can smell it.
That's legit.
And it is very potent.
And I mean, like, you know, I'm well aware that my dog smells like dog. But, like, you know, you do kind of filter it out after a while.
Yeah, and dogs usually not too potent either. Alright, I dropped some... I think I dropped some sphalerite, I dropped laterite, and I've dropped...
Fantastic.
I could have sworn I dropped some sphalerite. Did I not?
I think you did. There's... let me see. Okay, yeah, I think we've got a few on the toaster. Yes, we do. There are two over here.
That's what happened.
They do.
Okay.
If you put a platform with smeltables on it, the furnace will pull them automatically.
Just slurps them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What was happening? My brain was refusing to comprehend it. Cool. I'm gonna go back to that gosh darn cave.
Oh, good luck out there.
Yep,
Maybe I should
will,
swim up some.
probably bring more laterite. Let me go get some more of this.
That sounds great. I'm trying to think of what else we need. I mean, like, obviously the more wolframite we have, the better. But, like, we won't... I need to provide more power. We need to, like, ultimately we are going to want bigger storage for collecting large amounts of an ore. But that's cool because if I build us a chemistry lab, then we can make containers and canisters. And canisters hold a single type of resource.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that before. Okay, hell yeah.
Welcome, Jaxie Waxy. I'm Grahu-Rubufo. We're playing ASTRONEER. Just having a chill old time. Jaxie Waxy 7221. Who also introduced themselves, which is unusual on this website, but I don't hate it.
Hey, it's
yeah,
nice formal.
Introductions.
Like, if someone like surprises me in like an interesting way and not your username's Anal Fisher kind of way.
Oh. Okay, but if it's spelled Fisher.
Oh, okay, that's just gay rep. All right, and that's fine. Like, all those MILF jokes of "man, I love fishing" kind of hit the mark with me simply because I'm always playing the fishing minigames. I love fishing minigames, so that's my meme.
I feel like fishing minigames are very hit or miss.
They can be. I have seen more hits than misses. It's funny. A lot of my high standards for games do go out the window. Okay, for a fishing game, if it's not good, is it real simple? And satisfying sound effects. That's like my baseline for a good fishing game.
I can get on board with that.
If it's a single button press when I see exclamation point, is there like some good like tactile feedback? Did you find a way to add screen shake to it? That's the forbidden technology. That will definitely get support for me. I love some good screen shake. I am a fan of Lambier games.
Ridiculous Fishing was incredibly fun.
Actually, I haven't played Ridiculous Fishing.
Oh my goodness, it is a Vlambeer game, mobile game, I believe. No, it is. It is definitely a mobile game. Yeah, and it has a hexel art style.
See, who do I still follow? Because I got some personal issues with Rami.
I mean, that's legit. Rami has said some very foolish things online.
He's bad in labor. I think that's the most succinct way to put it.
In labor? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, his labor opinions are pretty iffy, but the other part of Lambier, frick. I cannot remember his name. Started with a J. Like he went on to do a game company that their game company is just named after all 4 of the developers. They did Minute. Minute's wonderful.
Oh, Minute is pretty great. Yeah, I did not finish Minute, but I started it.
Out of all like those kinds of games I played, that one has like the most Link's Awakening like feel to me.
I see it. I can see it.
Which is like what Tunic, which is come out recently. That was like a lot of things people were expecting for Tunic, and it's like, oh no, this is just like some like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I was about to say
some thick ass puzzles.
I kind of got the impression that it had more Souls-like influence than people really enjoyed.
Yeah, there's been a few people who are excited about it, went, oh, this is not what I want.
Yeah, I respect that.
That's a shame. I think they could have done a better job advertising it, but what can you do? What material?
What can you do?
This is. We'll find out. It's pink. It's tall. Quartz. Oh shit! Yeah, I'll grab some quartz.
Speaking of fishing minigames, Link's Awakening did a good job with that one.
Oh, why can't I remember that one?
That's the one that is so it goes into 2D for it.
Oh right! Shoot, yeah, that one was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I always beat it really fast. That's why I didn't. Really
well, yeah, because you can like fish it all out and get the special item from it very quickly.
If I ever get that Stardew Valley like 4 multiplayer thing started, I'm going to be the fisher.
That sounds great. I hate Stardew Valley fishing. I do not think it's fun.
Usually what I'm doing is you hear me muttering something like I'm doing the absolute, not even on purpose, doing the old fisherman impression. and then you hear me say, "Get on my pole, damn it."
Yeah, I mean, that does seem like something that one would hear on your streams from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah. I am what I am.
That's what you are.
I got to watch the new Guilty Gear story mode today too.
Ooh.
That came out.
I don't do fighting games because of fighting games players, but, like, I will admit, the art is always very good.
Oh yeah, that's like my main. That's why I started playing Guilty Gear. I know a lot of like friendly queer fighting game players, but yeah,
Sure.
I get the hesitation.
No, well, that's the thing, though, is that even if someone is friendly, if they're competitive, I probably don't want to hang out with them being competitive. Oh, the dog is returned.
Luckily, my most competitive friends are pretty few. Ozone, my friend Ozone.
I have to get the dog on camera. He's currently... Oh, no, I did. It was already on. Good, good. He's stomping in a circle, and it's really cute. Are you comfy now, buddy? Did you stomp your floof down into shape? You sweet boy. You sweet boy. Oh,
my friend,
chin
Ozone
pets.
will beat my ass for like an hour straight and then apologize for it.
That's the thing, is that, like, I don't know. Like, I have a rule about board games, which is that I don't play board games that aren't fun to lose. Because I've been in so many board games where I just, like, get trashed and I'm not having any fun.
Yeah, you're kind of in a death spiral, can't do shit about it.
Yeah, and fighting games are just all like that. It's never fun to lose at a fighting game. Like, it's always a miserable experience. At least it has been for me.
I feel like you kind of have to be a certain person because, like, I'm definitely not someone who enjoys losing fighting games. I'm trying to learn how to enjoy losing a bit more on there. But, like, the game that's best encapsulated like a really joyful feeling of losing has been Kenshi, honestly.
I need to learn how to do that, how to deal with that, because Kenshi is a game that I've been meaning to play for a long time. Like...
The trick is, one, understanding who will actually kill your character when they're down, and who won't. Oh, hell yeah.
I just sent a platform launching for... There we go. Because I was trying to make a flat surface and it backfired on me.
I saw some things rumbling over there. It's pretty great. I brought back some quartz.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I'm just enjoying doing the shuttling here.
I'm gonna turn off the automatic thing and start printing out some... Large storage. I think it's time for large storage.
It is time for large storage. I agree. Oh, what was I gonna say? Like, yeah, well, if Kenshi, the trick is like knowing, like, what's going to kill your character and what isn't. When they're down and who's just gonna rob you instead, and then just learning to love tasting victory wine all the time.
Is victory wine blood in your mouth?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I figured. I had a feeling.
Well, so you get your character gets a bonus of toughness when they get the shit beaten out of them.
Oh.
Like every time they take damage, they get more toughness.
Okay, all right.
If your character goes down in a fight but gets back up rather than play dead, they get a large bonus to toughness, but then they also get beaten up more.
Right, right.
You potentially lose limbs, but the nice thing Kenshi is the cyber limbs are very powerful.
Ooh. Well, yeah, but I imagine getting access to them is no mean thing.
What material do we need right now of the salad spinner? Because I need to move this dirt.
Oh, I was going to print out some clay. Would you print out some clay?
Absolutely.
Oh, did you want to keep this quartz for beacons?
Yeah, I think I also need to make an auction.
An auction?
The better auction supply thing.
Oxygen.
The auction tank, is that the word for it? Yes.
Yeah, you said auction, which made me think of, like, you know, auction houses.
I talk so fast
Uh-huh.
Times.
Who has
I got
time?
to.
Who has time to pronounce all of those, like, extra syllables?
Look, my assistant's from California, and I draw all my current psychic energy from her. It's sometimes you just talk rapidly. Maximum Valgal.
Sometimes you just top rapidly.
I mean, you know, sometimes
Do you have any organic on you?
no. I gotta knew exactly where to stop that sentence to.
Oh, all done? All done? All done. Oh, the thing is all done.
Okay, I was gonna get some organics for you. Was what I was gonna do.
That works.
Sometime I'll introduce you to my friend Ray, who is delightful, but also she is one of the flirtiest creatures I've ever met.
Aw.
I've heard a bit.
I
She's one
definitely
of my
have
favorite people.
have some friends like that. No, we're not making another one right now.
When I have her on stream, it's like I don't know, cause I usually flirt back, you know. Flirting's fun, okay. It is fun and educational, and on stream sometimes it's like, man, I don't know what's too far.
Yeah, that is the tricky thing, and you know, like you run the risk of making people really uncomfortable. Tyrion, hello. Oh, Robin has some commentary, which is it can be more difficult if your main way of obtaining things is beating people up using your limbs, which we have established that you've now lost. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fair point, and kind of what I was thinking.
So, with limbs, there's actually cheap economy limbs you can find if you know where to look for them.
Ooh, cheap economy limbs.
Yep, they are. So okay.
There's an object in Caves of Cud called low quality replacement head.
Wonderful, yeah.
It's scrap. You can get bits from it.
Oh. But maybe I want to have a replacement head.
Well,
There...
I'm sure there's a mod for that.
Well, okay, so Kenshi is exactly the same genre as Caves of Cud, as in a far future post-apocalypse.
Oh, look at this cute boy. Oh my goodness, he's formed a perfect bean right in the center of the camera. What a good puppy.
Glorious.
Here, have a cookie, bud.
Oh, do we have any glass made? I would like some glass.
We don't, but we can throw a piece of quartz on the grill.
Throw another grill in the Barbie, or another quartz in the Barbie. Yeah, it is very shrimp colored.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like it though. And also, you're supposed to cook shrimp until they're opaque, not until they're clear.
I've never cooked shrimp.
It's not so hard. Like, you can overcook them and then they're rubbery, but usually it's just, you know, you can look at them and see whether they're done, which is handy.
I think the most I've done with, like, fish, like, I've, like, prepared raw is just ceviche, mostly.
Ceviche! Good stuff.
I love making ceviche, though, and it's a lot easier to prepare than cooking, because I tried to do a light sear for some expensive, like, tuna before it, and didn't quite work out. It was still tasted fine, but it could have been better.
Kay has made sushi a couple times, and, you know, like, she's not particularly good at it, but for a little while we were living near Ebisuya, because there's a decent, like, Japanese-American community here in Boston, or the greater Boston area, I should say. And near Porter Square in particular, there are some good, authentic ramen places and some grocery stores. My current local Asian market has fresh fish, but I have no idea how to order fresh fish I have no idea how to order fresh fish properly from someone who, you know, like, I don't know, there's something about being in an Asian market where it's like, I don't want to get in anybody's way. Right?
Yeah, it does. It can feel a little invasive sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, then just give them money. They want your money. Give me your money.
That's
That's what I
true.
tell myself.
That is true.
there's a local place around here. I can't remember the name of it. It's definitely oriented at Catholic shoppers, but they do flash frozen fish, which is like the next best thing to fresh.
That makes sense.
And it's like they sell some high quality like fish there that we've ordered there a few times. I got ceviche from twice. I tried to cook it one time Tataki style, like I mentioned it. You know, lightly sear it. It was not light enough of a sear, but gosh, it might be time to do fish again in the near future.
Kay's spouse is not a big fan of fish, so we rarely experiment with it. Actually, maybe I should put
the tuna we got was by far one of the most pleasant types of meat I've ever had the pleasure of working with, and I hate working with meat.
Pleasant meat?
Yeah, it cut really well, it felt good, it didn't trigger any, you know...
We eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of chicken because it's cheap.
Yeah, and chicken makes you squeamish and handling it raw. I'll handle it.
I respect that. I respect that.
It's not insurmountable. It's just something about it. Hamburger's probably worse though.
Hamburger, you gotta wear gloves if you're gonna try to form that shit, because it is.
Yeah.
Because the fat just will not come off your hands. I'm sorry if this is squicking anybody in chat. I can, we can stop talking about meat.
Yeah, we can.
But, like, I feel you on that. I feel you. I think that I don't have as much of an issue. And, at this point, I'm very used to working with those types of food material. Oh, maybe I should spin up some...
For a second, I saw through a little chunk of the world, and that area rock just bristling with ports.
Ooh. Well, we will be... Yeah, we'll be using a bunch of glass, actually, so please do.
Alright, here we go. We will not have any quartz problems for a little while.
I'd love to hear it.
Okay, so my current CUD OC issue right now.
Oh, we need to do some research. I'm realizing we're low on points.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to bring back some, we can spin up as much graphite as you need. If you want to put research items on your back.
Graphite makes the compressors, right?
What?
The item compressors that we use for gathering research items.
Yes, exactly. The packager is the name of it.
Packager, that's the word. Packager.
I'm going to use one of these pieces of graphite to make an auto arm, but I'm spinning up another one in it, and I can turn it into a packager, or you can.
So, a little hint about
it finished.
Actually. When I misspeak, when I misremember the name of something, you always notice I'm always picking a synonym.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think I've noticed.
Yeah, it's something I'm becoming more aware of over time. Of like, oh, this is how my mind categorizes things. I'm understanding stuff now.
That's cool.
That's why I always mix up people who start the same letter in their name.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. I have a friend who actually confuses people who have the same number of letters in their name, which is very interesting.
Oh. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, like, it's one that I don't think I've heard anybody else dealing with, but...
Can't wait to show you my big package.
Well, I can't wait to stare at it.
And then unpack it and put it in the research chamber.
Yes, exactly. I can't wait to stick it in the research chamber. Wow, that's a euphemism for the ages right there.
Research is stored in the balls.
No. We had a relatively simple double entendre going, but...
My joke styles I describe as monster trucking.
Yeah, that makes sense. How I make auto arm? I don't remember. Small printer.
Right. So, like, I'm doing my CUD OC, like,
Oh.
thinking here.
Aha.
And I'm like, hey, Neutron Lux, like, what should her companion be? And it's like, all right, the two obvious choices are Eros to have like the fan, the Doring fan, or I can get her essentially what's a cat and get her to Goshling.
Well, I mean, like, you could, if you're looking for somebody to be like a fan of you and an enthusiast about you, you could always take Grahu-Rubufo, who is your sworn paladin guard.
I feel so bad because my best, you know, my this is a Dreer. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
Chose him as her companion,
Uh-huh.
and would not listen. I told him not to charge into
yeah.
turret chain gun.
He doesn't really have a lot of brains to speak of. Let's not think too hard about the fact that that's true of all cut NPCs.
What I ended up doing that playthrough as well is like I'm like, well shit, and I went and got the stuff off his body, and I noticed that he had named his gauntlets.
Oh, what were they named?
I can't remember. I think it was a Snapjaw culture. It was a little hard for me to pronounce.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
And I ended up going back to the still, and going to the frick. What's the name of like the temple itself in the center?
The 6-day still.
Oh, okay, that is just.
Yeah. The stuff around it is the stilt grounds.
Okay, I went to 6 days still and went over near the holograms of all the sultans and put the gauntlets in front of them.
The Argent Fathers, distinct from the sultans.
Yeah. Okay, Argent Fathers. Yeah, I left the gauntlets in front of the Argent Fathers.
That's nice. That's cool.
I felt so bad.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like there's a reason that we've specifically made a few pets who cannot be killed.
Yeah.
Or who are extraordinarily hard to kill.
I use them fairly often.
Yeah.
Because I just feel so terrible when they do.
I understand that.
No, this is a person with a backstory and a name. And unique things they can do. Snakelight, though, I have a feeling if my Snakelight died, I would feel like, no, this thing thrived in carnage. It wanted to die a violent death.
It went the way that it wanted to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just heavy weapons guy meme of not many men scare me, but that thing that scares me.
Yeah, Kate. In case it wasn't painfully obvious, Kate was responsible for Snakelight.
I think you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorites, just on intimidation factor.
Yeah, Snakelight is fun.
I need to use that for a character. Just not sure what character to go with, because I usually pick companion based on like what I'm kind of feeling like this character's about.
Totally. Snakelight, one of the pets for Caves of Cud, Robin was asking about. It's basically a flexible robotic lamp with an overzealous AI, and it can fire lasers, and has a base fire attack. And it bears mentioning, it cannot or will not kill you and your entire family.
It will defend you.
It won't do that, yeah.
But it'll probably murder people you care about. Outside the family.
Were they intended to defend their owner with dispassionate and disproportionate violence? We will never know. It's Snakelight!
I think a lot about what the Society of the Eaters was like before everything fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot about that.
I put the medium printer. There it is!
And you don't have to confirm any lore here, of course. I was kind of thinking...
I've learned more or less which lore I can share and which lore I cannot.
Is, God, what? No, hold on. I just lost it. Gosh dang it, I hate it when I do this mid-sentence. Something about the Eaters. Dang it. It'll come back to me.
I understand.
Something that's honestly fascinating about them. A lot of things are fascinating about the Eaters. Oh yeah, okay. Something about I was kind of thinking just like like how they use like DNA and stuff, how like you know technology, the biotechnology and everything. I'm realizing that like even like quote unquote the true kin are equally as human. You know, I hate to use that as a percentage number. I guess I don't know. They're as base human as any mutant is. Is kind of what I was thinking.
Yes. Yes, they all have the same humanity. I mean, like, so the thing about Caves of Cud is that part of what I think it's really for, in terms of, like, these categorizations, is kind of the realization that the categorizations don't necessarily matter. Sapience is what it is. We still don't entirely understand it. Like, what is a person is a question that Caves of Cud never intends to, like, answer. It's just like, it's one that it's like, it poses it repeatedly.
Oh, I agree with that. What I mean more of
Yeah?
is that, like, okay, the humans that exist today
Yeah?
are different than just what I'm thinking are different from the like just genetically different from the humans in the true kin in Caves of Cud.
It's probable.
That's
it's probable.
That's a current hypothesis.
Yeah.
And that like the people who weren't inside an arcology when everything went down and it, you know, eventually mutated, you know, there was stuff already in there, you know, in there that caused them to mutate in certain discrete ways.
Yeah. I think that at this point we can probably rule out the notion that, you know, these are mutations caused by, like, radioactive fallout. That's not really the paradigm that Cud works in. It's just there are mutants.
It's not based on the nuclear fears subgenre of science fiction.
No. It's kind of like a third generation sci-fi thing. It's retrofuturist, but in a way that kind of re-examines, at least I feel it does. And given that you know, my VA writes for the game, I guess that my opinion is going to make it into the game more or less. Honestly, Jason has given us stunning amounts of freedom in terms of world building.
That's fantastic, because I know how easy it is to get very protective of it.
Very. No, he's done a kind of astonishing job. Yes, he will nitpick us about certain elements, and, you know, sometimes he'll be like, I don't so much like that. Let's find something else. But then we do. And, like, you know, we've never had a thing where I had to change something for Jason and felt bad about it. Like, there's never been a situation where it's like, oh, well, the lead won't let me do what I want to do, so I guess I have to do this. There's none of that. It's really cool.
It's like he's being a very good creative editor.
He's kind of standing in on the producer role and doing a really surprisingly good job of it, especially considering that he just had a kid. Like, he is a new father. Like, oh no, not that kind of new father.
Yeah, my brain.
I had this moment where I was like, oh shoot, I can't say that.
Sheer panic.
Okay, I need more research objects. Where are you at?
Oh, I went back to caves because I forgot I was gonna get some. I'm gonna run back.
I've got at least one packager here for you. I can make a couple more, if that would be helpful.
Yeah, I got all the way down here and realized, alright, I don't have any materials for tethers. There's none down here that I've seen. And I don't have something else, and I don't remember what it is, and then you mentioned...
Oh, that's familiar.
You started speaking up, and I was like, shoot, that's right, I was getting packagers.
Yeah, but that being said, we can manufacture packagers, it's just a tiny bit slower. So yeah, no, we can make you some of those.
Alright, on my way... I will never relinquish this clown horn, by the way.
I accept this. I have no need for you to relinquish the clown horn.
It's become an object of comfort since spiral trauma.
Fugue for clown horns.
There's a whole clown outfit in spiral trauma.
Yes, I saw somebody playing a clown in your game.
There was a whole... It was at ABC you saw, actually. And
what?
Situation. because we don't currently have anyone doing the clown skill tree for assistant, because we
Oh.
don't have our assistants joining us yet.
I see, I see,
There's
I
a whole
see.
clown skill tree, and the power of the Honk Mother, you can resist any pressure
Wow.
of water on Europa. You know, you have the skills for it.
Robin says that she's seen someone get shot over a clown outfit. I would like to know what the context is there, if there is any.
There's a long Space Station 13 history with clowns, which is what the clowns in Barotrauma are referring to.
Oh, that makes sense. It felt like something that was like... It felt like something that was a reference, you know?
So, the clown job in Space Station 13, and a janitor job, for that matter, were originally conceived of on servers as sort of a punishment job for trolling players.
Oh. Huh.
To limit what they can do, but then the players who trolled actually liked those jobs a lot.
Huh.
It became more of a reward, so they actually made those jobs full-time jobs, fun, you know, other ways to punish them.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. Clowns got infamous because, okay, so the ad ship I always seen used to describe a really proficient player in Space Station 13 is robust.
Robust.
Yeah, that is the word for a player who's doing it very well in there. And typically Space Station 13 does a lot of trader rounds. Not just
What does that mean?
Trader too. One person.
Oh, traitor. Traitor. Gotcha.
Traitor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard it with a D. That doesn't mean that you pronounced it that way.
I probably did, knowing me.
You probably did, yeah. Do you need anything for your sortie other than packagers?
Don't think so. I need compound, but I can get some on the way there. There's some on the surface here.
I can bring.
There's compound here. There's a shitload compound here. I'm gonna.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of compound. I was using it to make these curved platforms. It's compound and ceramic. No, I'm good now.
Okay, cool. Then I will just make a buttload of tethers. Actually, no, three sets of tethers is enough to start with.
Yay! It's barotrauma.
Exactly. So
it's hard to get a good clown horn noise. You kind of have to do an inhale part of the honk as well. Like,
yeah, I don't quite have it. So here's the second part of it is that since there's trader rounds, there's been very successful traitors who have been clowns. They carved their name in infamy.
And
this is why security officers in a lot of games simply just don't trust clowns on site.
That's very funny.
What was the story I heard? Because it was, sorry, I think the traitor was a clown, and traders get a special PDA that they can summon like equipment to do their mission with.
I see.
But certain jobs get special equipment, and the clown gets a clown car. You can bump into people and knock them over and stun them for a bit. And stuff, I think, is what it can do.
Wow.
Drive around.
I printed out some more graphite if you're still here.
I'm still here. I'm waiting for them packagers.
Here you go. You can make one and I'll make one.
Okay.
I did not successfully put it on your backpack, but I'll...
Yeah, I caught it. So the particular story I'm thinking of
There's another one.
So this clown car can store an unlimited number of people in it, like any good clown car should.
Mm-hmm.
And what this clown trader did is he knocked out everyone aboard the ship, shoved them all in the clown car, and then sent it driving into the active engine.
Wow.
Killing everyone.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty decisive coup de grace. By the way, it looks like you haven't fed Sylvie in a while. You might want to give her a seed and she'll start producing light again.
I'll go find a seed. I saw some plants around.
Yeah, any plant seed will do. Her favorite is may not be available on this planet, but that's okay. It just extends the amount of period that she stays happy and glowing.
So yeah, so clowns kind of have sort of infamy because they started as sort of like a punishment for trolling players, but then, you know, people use and the thing about the clown shoes, they're squeaky. People know when you're around.
Yes.
And they make your character randomly trip in Space Station 13.
Oh, I see.
Because they're big and awkward. So it's like playing at a sort of handicap because only the most shameful clown traders remove the clown outfit. Only the most shameful. We don't speak of them.
Right.
It is such a gross portrayal of the clowning code.
It is. Yeah, that's terrible.
So Barotrauma decided to establish this lore at one point to raise morale aboard submarines. They decided to do a project where they would add clowns aboard submarine crews, and it didn't really work out, so they stopped doing it. But clowns, but the clowns persisted, and sort of religion formed around it.
Oh, that's something.
So clowns are sort of like a priest, I guess would be the best way to put it. They're close like Barotrauma has to a priest, and if you're in the assistant job, there's a skill tree called clowning.
That's wild.
And if you have a full clown suit on, you get your clown bonuses, and you get different ones as you advance through the tree. One of them,
Loons are cursed by space gods to be balloon clowns that cannot speak or remove their equipment.
Oh, yeah, no, Clune is a terrible curse. It's a special type of clown. It's an unwilling clown.
Oh. I want to have an unwilling clown.
There is a trader mode in Space Station 13 called Space Wizard, where someone's a wizard and they have an objective, and your job's to stop the Space Wizard, and they get to pick their Vancian spells before the round starts. I got outsmarted by a wizard one time because he's mocking us in character. Very good character.
Yes.
About his good station. So I decided to step up and talk smack back to him. And so I'm on the hunt for this wizard. I have a toolbox, one of the most deadly weapons known to man in Space Station 13. And I ran into a room, and I see the wizard, and I instantly charge and start bashing him to death with the toolbox. Only when they were dying beyond my ability to heal them, given my knowledge of the game, I realized that they were bound and gagged. The wizard had taken a spare robe, and had it appeared, and put it on someone, then gagged them and tied them up as a decoy. This is an actual player. They did this too.
That's clever, but awful. Yeah.
It was... I was defeated, and I respected it.
Yeah, I can respect that. Definitely a game I have no interest in ever playing.
We don't do trader mode in our Barotrauma.
Yeah, that's the impression that you gave me, which is good.
We like the cooperative, or at least I like the cooperative part too much. My friend Fi likes trader mode, but she is much more focused on competition.
I find competition, like competitiveness as a character trait, to be like mega unattractive. So like, I don't know. I just kind of avoid situations where I would see cool people being competitive when I know that they have competitive streaks in them. It's a balance. It's a balance to strike.
It balances, and she knows who she is as a person, and she doesn't push it too much. But she's realized quickly on, too, because we've done board games together, that I don't make decisions the same way she does. I don't think the same way.
Yeah.
I'm always in character when I'm playing a board game.
Yeah, generally me too. Although there's usually a point, like if I don't like the game, there will be a point where I stop and I check out. But also by that point, I'm not really trying to win anymore. I'm just kind of trying to finish the game. I have a challenging personality in certain ways.
I try to avoid being competitive because I don't like the kind of person it makes me.
I probably would not like the person it makes you either.
Yeah, I mostly avoid it. I think mostly for me is I just get particular about things now instead.
Getting particular is understandable in my opinion. I mean, part of that is because I hang out with a lot of neurodivergent folks, and I really like chill streams and buildcraft. So, like, you know, sometimes there's gonna be a thing where it's like somebody does need somewhat special accommodations when they're playing. But that feels like coalition building, right? Helping someone fulfill their particularness that's cooperation. That's the kind of thing that I enjoy.
So, I don't know if you caught us in any sort of combat situation in Barotrauma, but
I wasn't listening, but I saw you go through several.
Do you notice how we use clock directions?
I didn't, but that makes sense, because that's a standard military thing, right?
No, we do it because one person in our group is dyslexic and mixed up left and right.
Oh.
Yeah, right. That's just like
Gotcha.
No,
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and so it's like, but also that's a little harder for some people because analog clocks are just hard for people.
Mhm.
I might try switching degrees to see if that helps.
I see.
Well, I mean, it's a grouping. We all agree to it. I don't make
Yes,
decisions.
of course.
I tend to lead these initiatives.
Yeah. Because you want to be
organizing.
a host, sort of. Oh, there is another resin.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I try to constantly just be a host.
I get that. I used to be a real habitual host, before, you know, we became antisocial.
You never lose it.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's good.
wants to come back, it'll come
That's
back.
good. You know, I would like it to come back someday. You know, I cannot attend a real world party, but I know that Kaylin used to like throwing them. Oh, the puppy is dreaming. Puppy is dreaming. We have sleep borks. Sleep borks. Oh, that's so cute.
I don't think I have any cats in the room with me. Normally just one to sleep in a corner of the bed next to me.
Megabit has such a cute sleep bork. I love it. Oh, there were two right there. That's okay, I'll need a lot. Oh no! Oh no, I'm caught again. Can I get in something? Or on something?
Did you fall down a hole?
No, there's a thing where sometimes if the terrain is weird, you get caught on it. And you're just falling without being anywhere.
Do you need a rescue?
No, I ought to be able to unstick myself one way or another.
Alright, I see your cursor moving down there.
There we go. I used a physics object to knock me out of my stuck state.
We need a safety ball.
We sure do.
Alright, I have some graphite.
Cool.
Not graphite, research. Sorry, not graphite. Ugh. I was thinking graphite because we need to get
What
more
was
graphite.
that noise? Heard a
Okay,
weird
and-
noise.
Wait, where's our research device?
It's right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
All yours. I maybe could have left that in package form. That's fine.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. Clutter is okay for now. I'm still getting us set up with our powertrain. Although now it's at least functional. We have low power generators powering things, and I can just keep them going. But ultimately, I am building this to use for medium generators, which I can't afford to unlock yet, but I will be able to soon.
Oh, I've been carrying some clay around in this sun gun for a while. Okay, there we go. I'm wondering if just someone's made a mod for power trauma that like puts the clock or degree directions on the scopes.
That'd be pretty cool.
Because I know why they don't have it, because they want to keep that little low kind of like sketchy tech sort of appearance.
Yeah.
But I feel like artistically I could literally have it look like someone carved it in there with a tool.
Oh yeah, but also like retro technology, which seems to be Barotrauma's style, very frequently has stuff like that.
I could probably mod it in. I don't know if I can make it look good, but like I could definitely make a stab at making it look good. I'll try that. That would help people because sometimes it's just a little hard to remember clock directions or degrees when you're.
It can be, yeah.
Middle of a combat situation. It's like one of the adjustments when you're doing it.
Guess
that
I
way.
should smelt these, huh? Get one of those trays, and I'll put some stuff on it, and then we'll toast those resources as well.
Toast.
Delicious
I
toasted
graphite. Wait, what material is that over there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see some brown crystal. Is that clay?
Might be clay.
Oh yeah, it's clay.
Yeah. Don't worry about clay. Yeah, we can produce clay very quickly.
Yeah, clay is not a concern.
Nope.
Right now. There's some graphite here though.
No, indeed.
Oh, how long do you want to go for today?
I don't want to go for too much longer, but, like, you know, I feel like I've maybe got another half hour to an hour in me, maybe.
Alright, sounds good to me.
And we can, you know, we can either figure out a milestone or we can just, like, you know, decide when it's time to stop. The fact that the dog is here and calm helps, because, like, you know, one of the main concerns of the household is whether he is taken care of, and right now he's asleep, which makes him very taken care of. That helps.
I like the flexibility of just kind of like, let's wind down here.
Me too.
Kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like let's like wind down like after this one last thing to work with the executive dysfunction.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would work for me too. Oh, there's a head pet redeem. I have to bring out the head pet. And also pet the dog.
Hand.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about the hand. Now it's just in my mind now.
Yeah, not everyone can deal with the fact that the hand is always there.
Do we all have a hand? Just waiting off screen?
I don't know.
Is this like his dark materials? Is that the soul? In this dimension?
That's a good question. Let's go with yes until we know any more details. Here, let me.
Like the one dimension where everyone has their death that you can't see until the end. So when you die, as it's there and pat your head and welcome you to the afterlife.
I mean, that is a good way to enter the afterlife, IMO.
Honestly, it reminds me of the whole thing of like Caves of Cud. This idea that your wall could be the intelligent this whole time.
Yup.
Minding its own business.
Yeah, actually, I just encountered one of those. It's always a treat, to like kind of stumble over, a sentient wall or something. And yeah, this was a piece of sentient shale. One cool thing is that because you get, if you do the Slinth quest, you get like really a lot of newly sentient beings rep, which is great because it then means that animated things will by default come to your aid. They may not know what they are or what life is, but they know that you're cool and you must be defended.
Honestly, the most genuinely like good faction in the game. You know, like there's no angels in Cud, but I would argue that newly sentient beings are often an angel.
Oh yeah, newly sentient beings are the cinnamon roll class of intelligences.
By the way, I dropped off some graphite.
Oh,
so I'm getting more.
Thanks. I don't really need graphite anymore. We can spin it up for the rest of it. You got us a bunch of quartz, which is great. Ultimately, we will probably use more of it, but we'll also use more of a lot of stuff. I'm not really sure what's ideal right now. Research items are ideal. Quest items are ideal.
Well, you know what? Let me go make some packagers then. I'm just gonna put up a shitload of packagers.
That sounds great. Oh, I opened up my thing and it was 1337 bytes. So truly, we are elite space explorers.
Hell yeah.
Tyrion says that the mollusks are angels, which is a perspective. That's a perspective one can conceivably have.
That includes Slog of the Cloaca.
Oh, it sure does.
I don't know.
Also, every electric snail that attacks you on sight. Also, Ixslugs. Do I play with viewers? Oh, not typically. Usually I will play with other VTubers, and occasionally other non-VTubers. Beetles are basically angels, but like, you know, they're also assholes. Like real angels probably would be.
I mean, there's Galgals now, though.
That's true. We do have Galgalim. They're angels, but they're hell on wheels. Wheel, I guess. They're mostly one big wheel.
They're a wheel.
They're a wheel with eye strips.
An opposite approach to the Kirby style of wheel, friend. Rather having the wheel in the center is on the outside. So they can always see.
By the way, the next time you play an axe build, try taking Recall Star with you. Recall Star, as a pet, has a low...
Is that one of the new ones?
Yeah, one of the new ones.
I need to make sure to add those codes in.
Yes, please do. There's an unpleasant mirror, which is not exactly a pet. It's more of a haunting. It just appears on every screen that you go to somewhere. And if you can lead hostiles to it, it will inflict shame on them.
Oh.
Which is a really powerful debuff.
Is it kind of similar to Berate?
Yes, it's the same effect.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That might be what I get for Neutron Lux, because she's a fuming godchild.
Oh, that would work very well, having a cursed mirror follow you around. Also, its story is fun, and was very fun to write.
Now I'm wondering, does Cud have actual ghosts? I mean, Espers are a thing, maybe.
I mean, there are Wraith Knights.
True, but I thought
The
those
existence...
were holograms.
Well, but that's the thing, is that they're all named after and preserving at least the image of dead Templar Knights.
I guess in a sense, yeah, that is a sort of ghost.
And it refers to them as, like, having been preserved in the binary honorum, which suggests that some version of their personality is projected into the
digital ghosts.
Yes. I don't know why I lost words, but
Absurd bird in chat there. I have two birds. I have an axe bird and an absurd bird. It's a proper flock.
yeah.
Yeah, that was what they were saying. Digital ghost. One of the things I'm kind of like mulling over too and thinking of like ideas is like, I don't know, I feel like if I'm gonna like focus on Trukin characters, like I need to talk about the fucking Buddhist Templar as well, because that is something you're going to be associated with by other people.
That's true.
Like,
but the thing is, like, the Buddhist Templar are very into iconography and stuff, so, like, nobody's going to assume that you are a Templar from looking at you unless you are wearing Templar garb. But the Templar don't hate you and will happily trade with you because you are a pure straight human.
yeah, it's a I don't know how tainted the word is these days. It's a form of privilege, I would suppose.
It is. It totally is. The privilege to mark a spot on your map, trade for what you need in the moment, and then come back later when you're very powerful and slaughter everyone.
Yeah, I mean that's
and then butcher out their cybernetics like Un does. Have you met Un?
Have I met Un?
Oh, you would love Un. Un is the warden of the Eid Freehold.
Oh, I've met them.
Okay, good.
I've been kind of like staying away from reading too much of the Eid Freehold because I want to get there kind of like story-wise before I like read too deeply in it. Because I have
That's
like
legit.
The tomb at all, but like my mind are mostly all right. That's the cybernetics vendor who doesn't replenish their stock.
That's true. That's true. They are the cybernetic vendor who doesn't replenish their stock and can't identify them. Doesn't know what the implants always are.
I feel like they just fucking raided like the Buddhist Templar storage room before.
Well, if you look at their description, they have a set value for hated by the Buddhist Templar, and that reason is kinslaying and treason. So it's safe to say that those are gently used cybernetics. Because it's pretty apparent that Un killed a lot of Templar. I've got my
I
little
mean, that's-
marble face sticking out. That's so cute.
That's how you prove to all the mutants that you're legit. You start slaughtering Buddhist Templar when you're ready.
Exactly. And you can start with the Squire and Interceptor that, or I'm sorry, Infiltrator that appear in Gritgate.
Yeah, but there's no reputation tied to them.
No,
unfortunately, so
that's
You gotta find some
true.
better prey.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, cool. Anyone can slaughter one of those.
But
Come
yeah,
on,
you have
buddy.
the privilege of the first blow. Basically, you can set things up so that the battle goes in your favor, which is a good idea because generally when a Templar hits you, it's a bad thing. They're pretty
When I
strong.
Playing, when I was playing Ui, I remember what I ultimately did was just like hit fly when I was by river because I was doing the
Oh, we're gonna need
we get
more aluminum eventually, by the way.
Okay, I will get to it very shortly.
Yeah, no hurry, no hurry.
I'm going very deep, looking for research materials
Ooh.
and scouting other sources. We got a ton of everything we need, though.
Oh, I'll put it over here.
I found a cavern beneath the cavern.
Oh, yeah. At some point, not this session, but another session, we can endeavor to go to the center of the planet.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's something there?
Yes, there sure is. There sure is. There is this entire, like, galaxy is a little bit unusual in terms of what is at the planet cores.
Well, so I learned about 90% of my geological knowledge from Dwarf Fortress, so I can only assume the circus is down there.
The circus? Yeah.
Yeah,
more or
okay,
less.
Cool. That's the official spoiler terminology. And the
I do know about hell.
Okay, yeah, and I think they refer to the adamantite as candy corn or something. Not a candy corn, maybe caramel corn.
There's actually a special material called astronium that you can find near the core here. It can't be used to build much, but it's really good as a research material, and sometimes you need it to unlock things.
You just asked for a certain metal. I'm trying to recall what it is.
Oh, it was aluminum. We're not in a hurry. We still have some, but I'm going to use it to print out these generators.
My big problem right now is I've not found... Wait, is that a thing to package? It is, thank God.
Sorry about that.
Issues.
You know, if worst comes to worst, if you plant the seed of a hostile plant, often it will populate when fully grown into there'll be like basically a research item under its roots.
Oh.
Yeah, so when you dig it up to replant another one and get more seeds, you also get a big research item.
Alright. There might have been some surface research items I didn't pick up too. I'm heading back that way though.
Okay, cool. Well, you're about to see the new powertrain kick off. I'm almost ready. Like, it's almost
It
set.
might take me a second because I'm gonna take a slight detour just to check some of the.
Yeah, no
bills
worries. No worries, no hurries.
For candy.
It's all about the juggalos. You're right, Fullerena. It's all about the juggalos.
Oh, I should get the ferret cam set up so I can compete with you on the cute animal video.
You should, yes. Megabit is he's been a server feature for a while, and it's really nice. Like, just not server feature, but like, you know, I've had the dog cam for a while, and it's had some times where it wasn't functioning, but it's so nice to have it back.
Well, I need to get a external cam anyway for Gundam building because I want to start recording that.
Ooh, that's cool.
My assistant will put together a Gundam, and I will do commentary over it. I think is the rough idea. Probably not live commentary though, because I'm trying to learn how to do video editing. Because I have a Pathologic HD playthrough that I'm also recording.
Oh yeah, Pathologic 2 was a thing that I was gonna nudge Kaylin about trying in private.
Yeah, and if you wanted me to like sit over your shoulder like a weird devil, you know, while you play Pathologic 2.
I'll consider it.
Feed you information as you need it, because it's been a while, but I actually beat Pathologic 2 with no important character dying.
Well done.
I took a few restarts. I think it glitched out a bit though and counted someone as dead who shouldn't have been dead. I'm a little annoyed about that, but
That's weird.
I still succeeded. And all.
By and large, Kay and I do not 100% games. Like, it's not a thing we do. There have been some very rare exceptions. For some reason, Castlevania, I want to say Aria of Sorrow, we completely 100%ed. I think because we could do it like a chore, you know? Like, we could just kind of hammer at it.
It's less of like a completionist sort of thing to do what I did, and more just to like knowing the systems of the game and doing the playthrough that way. I guess it's like
fair.
A challenge, if you will. It's a challenge.
I will. We have achieved automation. Not full automation, but partial automation.
But one of the things for Pathologic 2 was you can't save everyone in the loading screen tips, and I think I just said to myself, like, hell, I can't.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah. Well, I just don't like being told I can't do a hard thing, because then I want to do the hard thing, and then that's how they get me.
Maybe I should just put something in this space.
I love this.
What do you love?
Is there?
Oh!
This train.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
have
really
an
wish
idea.
there was like a large statue or something you put in the center, maybe a fountain.
You know, I bet we could figure something out.
Is there any plants that don't try to murder us?
Check it out. Well, once you've domesticated a plant, it no longer tries to kill you. But
yeah, we could put a garden here in the center.
We could. Yeah, we could plant some things and replant them and all that stuff. We might want to get one of the terrain manipulator tools that lets you choose, like, basically lock in a color, like a type of terrain.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Right, and then you can have your flattener, like, you know, use a particular color of dirt when filling it in. So yeah, I've set, as you can see, I've set up these medium generators. They use charcoal. And so the idea is we're just, you know, making charcoal with the toaster. And then we got these trays of brownies, which the medium generators eat. Turning salad into brownies, that's the magic.
Dang, it turned something healthy into something unhealthy. I love it.
Yeah, that's why I love frying vegetables.
Makes them taste so good.
It does make them taste so good.
And it doesn't take away all their nutrition.
No, it doesn't.
It's still there,
just you know, caked in carbs and fat.
I again, like not like a, obviously I'm not like a dietitian, nutritionist, or whatever. But I heard mostly your body just processes out fat because it's hard to it's hard to break apart those carbon bonds.
That makes sense.
But it will do it if it's lacking other proteins.
Soon, I'm gonna make a medium fluid and soil canister. And then we can really get started. Because as we mine, we can collect dirt and put it in a much bigger container to bring home. And then we swap it out and use that to keep our base fueled.
Oh, the resource canisters. I got you. It took me a second here.
Well, there's a resource canister and then there's a fluid canister. The fluid canister is for dirt and liquid. And we won't be interacting with liquid. I'm sorry, also gas. No, wait, gas has a separate one. Never mind. But, like, it's great for holding dirt because it holds a lot of dirt.
Oh. Sorry, I was discovering a research sample that disappeared on me.
No trouble.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scan some things here. Okay, big dirt holder.
Whoa! I got a bunch of notifs.
Yeah, I started scanning a bunch of shells, and then I didn't realize we had a mission to do them.
Yeah, that's so that we can domesticate the DeSolo version of the mollusks, because they're so cute.
What honor is this one? Pop Punk?
Yeah. I don't know, De Solo sounds kind of like a mumblecore band.
Ooh. Yeah, I can
Right?
hear it.
Right?
How do I put you away? Please. Please, I don't know how to put you away anymore.
Huh.
Snail, you know. You just get to live on my screen for a bit. I'm being mocked by the snail now.
Mocked by the snail?
Yeah, the jar is stuck on my screen. I don't know how to remove it.
Oh no! Good luck.
So it's just, man, I understand what's like be Danny DeVito now. Cruelly mocked, misunderstood. Oh shit, yes, I found research. Can I grab this?
What a nice factory.
Oh, it fixed itself all of a sudden? You know,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It worked. Things have happened. Only good things, I swear. Ow, ow, oh, you're so spiky. These are so
Yeah?
These plants are very spiky.
They really are. They're very spiky. Bad for your health.
Oh no, I can see blood. This is bad.
You can see
I don't
blood?
I don't
Oh,
even
your
have
screen
blood.
is turning red.
Yeah. They gave me blood just so they can shed it.
Yeah. That's kind of like a riff on the Buddhist life is suffering mantra.
I keep thinking of thing if we gave this we gave this robot emotion so it could suffer.
Yeah. Oh, research samples done.
I think I've heard C-3PO described as we gave a robot anxiety.
That sounds like a riff on Jon Snow 420's famous post. You ruined a perfectly good monkey is what you did.
Oh, yeah.
The
I think I've
classic.
heard that one.
The classic.
Yeah, it's Tony Hawk music.
Woo!
Sometimes I do want to throw it all away. You're right.
Love. Thank you.
Well, but also sometimes I am a super ma'am. So I will correct the lyrics slightly to suit me better.
Superman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. I think
Close up my research until it's nice and round. I made a joke last time and I'll make it again.
chemistry lab. I'm gonna make us a chemistry lab.
We have a chess piece. This is
Yeah.
obviously a lawn ornament.
Yeah, you can collect them. I think most planets have a different color.
Alright, so you needed quartz?
Hang on, let me double check. I'm about to make the chemistry lab, and that means that we're going to need a lot of things that we can produce with the centrifuge, but also, yeah, also glass and aluminum, I think, are going to be our priorities. So laterite and quartz both are useful.
Cool. I did remember laterite correctly. Okay, I
You
was
did?
afraid to say it because I was afraid I was gonna get it wrong.
I
Okay.
understand. Okay, our powertrain is currently full up, so I'm gonna deactivate some parts of it.
Yeah,
which
I think I've already described to you the lockpick strategy in Pathologic 2. Pretty sure I did.
Which strategy?
Okay, so there's lockpicks in the game using like to open up small drawers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a durability. When durability gets low, well, the thing about lockpicks is they can also be used as a shiv. And when they break, they do extra damage if they break while you're using them as a weapon. So what I ended up doing at one point was getting a sleeve full of nearly broken lockpicks to use as shivs.
That's pretty cool. So you just reserve the ones that have low durability. And then
it was good until I had better options. At some point, I had a knife in good repair. And once you get something in good repair, you always want to keep it in the top tier of repair because it takes less resources to repair it.
I see. That makes
When it's
sense.
junk, yeah. So it's like there's like 3 I think repair tiers to every item, and so you want to like.
Do I have
So
more
you can dig deeper if you want to, but then it's just gonna be more of a pain and it's gonna be less effective. To get all effective. Hold on. Oh my god, I have a squeaky kitty right now.
You're a squeaky kitty.
She demands food. I'm opening the closet because we have one cat who's a gobbler and one cat who is a grazer.
Ah, yes. That's challenging.
And poor Chrissy, she was a grazer and she was here first. And then ever since this orange and white menace who grew to be 13 pounds, moved in, we've had to keep her food in the closet, and I let her in every 4 hours ish.
Oh.
She just wants to graze. She just wants like a couple bites and then leave. But it's like, I'm sorry, Chrissy, you have to have more bites.
More bites,
And then
please.
And she scream.
Of course.
Alright, looking for laterite. I'm looking for quartz. I think I follow this line. I will find the treasure. Oh, okay. Now that I don't have the packers anymore, I'm spotting a ton of researchables.
So it goes.
That's good though. They're pretty close to the main line, so. Is that another chest piece sitting there?
An additional.
No. I'm gonna keep poking around, researching vintage story a bit too.
Yes, please do. And you know, like if you're interested in playing online, like generally Kay doesn't have to do as much psychological preparation to play multiplayer vintage story than she does. Like, you know, she's been playing on Chris's server off and on, although, you know, this week was bad, so she didn't. But by and large, like any old time.
Yeah, I enjoy watching your vintage story streams. My assistant falls asleep to him sometimes.
Oh, that's sweet. I love that.
That is truly.
I like the idea of being that calm. Yeah, that
Yeah.
calming. I've had other people say that they also like fall asleep. Delaney, I think, has fallen asleep to my stream multiple times, and this is it's such a nice compliment. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, we typically watch. One of the places we typically watch Twitch is on the TV off the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
In the living room, and that couch is just very comfy and easy to fall asleep in too.
Yeah, I feel you there.
And this couch is beating all the hell too. It doesn't have the cloth covering between the springs and the rest of the couch anymore.
Oh.
So obviously, because the ferrets, they damaged the dust cover initially enough to get it in there, and they couldn't be reached, so the whole dust cover had to be removed.
Oh no!
And then like they've been tunneling at the bottom for a while, as have the cats. And there's like cardboard there now, keep from climbing up into the couch.
Uh-huh.
They used to go behind the cushions all the time and push the
They
doors open
love
and rip
hiding.
something out of it.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a fun toy. For what it's worth, Megabit is also a toy destroyer. But he's pretty good about recognizing what isn't toy most of the time, which we consider ourselves lucky for.
Yeah, Fury is less discerning about that. She's been to the animal hospital twice over eating a lot of blanket material she shouldn't be.
Oh, that's actually, and funny you should say that. Megabit has been to the hospital several times for eating things he shouldn't. But that's because when he feels really stressed out or queasy, he has pathological licking behavior that he does. And when he's doing that, if it gets too severe, he'll start tearing at whatever he is licking. And so there have been a few times that he has eaten his blanket.
Yeah, Fury.
Florina
we've had...
Florina says, I've fallen asleep to both of you. Love waking up 4 raids later to some random person. Yeah, that's pretty great.
I need to remember to raid more. I do auto hosting though, so that's probably what's catching
That's
up.
real. I try to raid most of the time when I end a session.
I forget the raid all the time.
I understand. It is an extra cognitive load when you've just been exerting yourself in that regard. So I hear it.
Streaming has been a lot easier than it used to be lately. I think I just finally found my groove.
That's dope.
We got so much quartz here.
I'll put some of it.
Right.
I'll process some of it right away.
Going back for more olive.
All right. Can we print?
Well, I have a bird's eye here.
Chemistry lab.
Ooh, that's tall.
1 glass, 1 ceramic, and 1 tungsten. Let me grab that tungsten from over here. And
Tungsten reminds me
start
of that
printing.
Planescape Torment joke when you're in the magic shop and you see baby oil and you're like, what's this? Oh, it's oil made of like thousands of screaming babies. Oh, you say it and then you put it back in the shop.
Wow.
I think it's a succubus running that shop.
That's pretty great. I never got that far in Planescape. I had the tragic experience of playing it too late.
I
And
did
being
too. I
being
had a
overly
struggle with it.
frustrated with the speed of the game.
Yeah, it's a lot to wrestle with mechanically.
Mhm.
I can't get in the Baldur's Gate for a similar
Well,
reason.
it's also just very slow.
If they had a version of Planescape Torment that just didn't have like any of the combat,
That would be nice.
I'd be super down for it. If they just made a Planescape Torment that was just structured like Disco Elysium, I'd be super down for it.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you also wake up as an amnesiac in Planescape Torment, so it kind of works actually. now I think
Yeah.
about it. Could you unfold a package? I want to see it in big and while I'm still here.
Unfold a package?
Make your package big. Oh no. I'm so sorry.
There we go.
Yeah. I saw the thing cross a timeline of the Gundam guy, Tail the Gundam guy, where ladies like showing like a message from a dating app going, you know, guys saying, "Hey, you want to see my Gundam?" And she's like, "Oh God, it's gonna be a dick pic."
Yeah, I think I remember that one, yeah.
She's like, "Sure, what the hell?" But then she actually posts a
It's
Gundam.
actually a
together.
Gundam, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like all enthusiastic about how long it took, you know, and told her how long it took to build it. And she's like, "Huh." And you know, being cute, dirty.
Yes.
And then later it's like, "Hey, I just ran into him at like, you know, out in the wild randomly, and I think I might marry this guy." And
Aw.
then years later, she did marry him.
That's cute. Yeah, I think I remember that one. One of those ambiguously like verified meet cutes via Tumblr or Twitter or whatever.
It sometimes works out.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
My assistant tried dating apps for a while, and she found a better style eventually. Worked for her.
Honestly, we made more friends on dating apps than anything. Like, we made
yeah,
a bunch
that's
of
how it
friends
happened.
from dating apps.
One of my good friends met their wife on a dating app.
That's cool. Yeah, I've known a few
because-
people like that, too.
It was great too because it was like literally the first relationship they ever been in too, because they always had trouble getting into one, and it was like really just bothering them a whole lot. And then they got a relationship with this person, and it just worked out swimmingly. I was at their wedding. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
And they've just started doing HRT and stuff too, and figured out some gender things.
Lovely.
And, like, they were already thriving. Since my assistant moved out of town, and then now they're just thriving more.
Nice.
The thriving is continuing to happen.
Thriving intensifies.
Mm. When other people thrive, it helps me thrive.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm coming in with the laterite.
Woo! Well done. Look, I made our first plastic. It looks like resin, but white. And with this, we can make resource canisters now. Here, let me
do that tactile thing where you rub your finger over that.
That what?
A tactile thing, you know, because like
oh yeah, yeah. No, it seems really pleasant to handle.
I want to do the thing where you dip in water, so like there's like a little bit of like a water tension keeping water in there, and then run it over, so it does the little tiny splats. Okay, so where am I putting this? Hold on, I'm reorientating myself here. Okay, that's a burner. I know this is our other processor. Okay.
Yeah, I created another soil centrifuge because this one is going to be wholly dedicated to making organics from this point forward.
Oh, wait, I meant the cooker.
Oh yes, we made another one of those too because this one is just going to be for carbon. We do need to make more storage, but now that we have access to resource canisters, I can start using those.
Oh, okay. Yes. So is that what you're making right now?
I'm about to, yeah. Here, let me, if you're planning on going out, you should go out with the tractor, and you should go out,
Oh, I gotta bot myself.
You can also get in the tractor. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it doesn't...
Nothing personnel, kid.
Teleports behind you? Is that what the reference was there?
Yeah.
Nothing personnel, kid.
So we're just admiring this. This is like, this game gets, I think the word I've heard my friend use is toyetic. Is that an actual recognized word? I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
It's very toy-like.
It is very toy-like. I love that about it. The style really works for me. Okay, I'm printing out our first dirt can. Dirt can.
We've been watching Gundam, and the early Gundam stuff had a lot more, you know, toyish looking stuff in it, like the little cars they took around town and stuff. Oh, and you put the dirt inside that.
Right.
You go. Wah.
Precisely. Now I gotta disable output so it won't just immediately spit it back out. But yeah, now you can just like interact with the hologram, and you will put more soil in the soil container.
And it does a little dirt squirt, and it's in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get that little green indicator on the top, but also you can see it fill up with the dirt. It's great.
But it is really a dirt squirt.
Yep.
Like it
Yep.
sounds like water going in there.
It does. Well, it's a fluid container, right?
It is. Is it turning dirt into fluid?
I mean, dirt is fluid in this game.
Oh.
It counts as fluid once you have picked it up from, you know, the ground.
I guess it's just very fine granules.
Yeah.
In that case.
It's probable that our terrain manipulator, like, converts it to a smoother texture when used. All right.
Mods asleep, post smooth dirt.
I like to make things smooth in this game. It's really rewarding. A good game for that kind of thing. All right, let's see. Boop, boop.
All right, what's our? How are you doing energy-wise?
We're doing great energy-wise. Energy-wise, we are capable of supporting a great deal more now that we have 2 medium generators.
I bet how is Gra doing energy-wise?
Oh. Oh, yeah, I probably want to wrap soon.
So what are we gonna do before we wrap?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Oh no, don't put it on my backpack.
Just trying to help. Also, I didn't know the arm would behave that way. Interesting.
Yeah, it'll put things on your backpack if you walk it through its range. It'll also take things from your backpack if you walk through its range, usually.
Oh, that makes my auto sorter idea even more intriguing.
Yeah, you could absolutely use you could absolutely have a thing where basically you pass through a hoop and an auto arm picks up stuff off of your back and then sorts it. Like that's absolutely 100% feasible in this game. I've never made it.
The thing I'm trying to figure out is how to make a main bus for materials.
A main
Because the
bus.
So the idea is like a main bus in like a factory, like how I refer to because I've only heard this from people who play factory games. You basically have like a central conveyor belt where all the stuff goes down, and it gets into like places like automatically.
Yeah,
So
that is absolutely a thing we could set up.
Well, so my question is, because I know you can put filters on for arms, but then if you have another arm that moves it to a range of another, like, you know, set of filtered arms, like, does it know what things not to grab?
What do you mean?
Okay, so for example, you can't put you can't have every resource in the game come off of, like, just one platform, right? With all the auto arms doing the sorting.
You could conceivably do something like that, but it would require a bunch of arms aiming at the same spot. But that would work. You could absolutely do that. You could have a sort of flower-shaped sorting facility.
Oh, it can do flower shape. I keep thinking grid-based.
I see what you're saying, but
yeah,
radial things are in my opinion easier to deal with.
Okay. If radial works, then that's potentially you know, with the size of like
Yeah,
storage you can have in here, that's potentially unlimited.
I would say that we don't want to pursue that now, but like once we have access to iron and have a like a full-on like trade platform and are doing serious stuff at home. Like for me, this is kind of a basic power setup. And I put the stuff on my backpack again. This is a pretty basic power setup, and it can be expanded upon. I've never gotten one to a satisfying place, but part of that is because I often crap out partway through the like tech tree progress.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that I have a final thing that we should be doing. Setting that up was kind of my goal for the stream, and I did it.
Okay.
But like next session, I can totally come exploring with you more. And just like we can finish catching the mollusk.
Yes.
And then ultimately, once we've got everything kind of arranged, we can start our preparations to go to the next planet. Oh, yep. Bloodlight.
Let's go turn in these missions, you reminded me.
Oh yeah.
We gotta click that landing pad.
Oh yeah, we were gonna build that right away, but then, you know, we didn't.
Things happen.
Things happened. It's fine. Anyway, that's just aluminum, so we ought to be able to eat. Oh, yeah. We already have everything we need to print it.
Let's make this our last thing.
Yeah.
In fact, we could put the landing pad right in the center here. Maybe that wouldn't be a good idea.
No, that's not a good idea. But we could make a big flat plane. One thing we could do also is if I unlock the tool alignment mod. Alignment mod is a thing that you can do to your terrain that makes your flattener conform to the curve of the planet. So it lets you make a truly flat surface that doesn't like turn into a ramp after a while. Let me print myself one real quick.
I was making some space with the storage
Appreciate it.
things we have because I kept getting stuck like over here. We'll have to decrowdify the base a little bit, I think. Okay, where do we want this landing pad at?
Let me make a space for it.
Oh, yeah, right. That's what we're doing. I'll put you right there. We have two landing. Oh, because we have two ships. Duh.
I mean, we only need one landing pad. This spot actually looks pretty good. The place where the thing was parked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, weird feature of this is that the alignment tool digs straight down if you have it turned on and you use the regular mining function. Which, I'm not entirely sure I understand the use case there, but whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna make this area very smooth. Smooth time. Smooth time.
Gonna enjoy it.
Yes.
I just want to lay down on this smoothness and experience a truly smooth sphere.
Well, I'm not gonna do this to the whole planet. That would take too long.
God, no.
But hey.
South Spinner's crying it wants you to stop. Please, I've spun so much, I wish to die.
There we go. Big, open, flat space.
It feels so good. I could just have a picnic on there.
Yeah, you could. And here we have the landing pad.
Oh wait, this isn't a landing pad.
No, that's not.
Oh,
it's not a landing pad.
Okay, I got confused.
I understand.
Because it still has the print for it right here.
I made a
and
wall by accident.
It, and I hovered my mouse over it, and I thought that the landing pad print was the actual thing.
Well, look at it. We got it. You can access the mission log now.
Bonk. You can access it from your backpack too.
That's true.
Which I was been doing. Boom.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, this is your terrarium.
My terrarium.
Yeah, you'll get a snail.
So I'm supposed to fill it with dirt, I believe, right? Dirt and some kind of mineral. Ah, stop it!
Let me go and check.
I need to turn off the alignment mod.
Okay, provide it with soil, provide it with tungsten, and then a dagger root seed.
Okay, do you have a dagger root seed handy? You've encountered them more recently than I have.
Not handy.
Okay.
But they are nearby. If you want me to go for it.
Yeah, would you grab me one? That would be helpful.
Hell yeah. Going to the corner store, getting some dagger root.
BRB.
It's like arrowroot powder.
Sure, yeah.
It is.
Thickening agent.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a saboting agent, though. Is this it? That's a research sample. That's a meaty research sample, actually.
Meaty. Love a meaty research sample. All right.
I know I saw something here. Ah, there it is. Okay. No, dig. Dig. Why is that not digging? Am I getting some lag?
Uh-oh.
Now it's digging weird. Refill on power here. Oh, there's closer ones too. Oh, train's still loading. There's the problem.
Oh.
I gotta refill on oxygen and power really quick.
I'm just collecting some dirt.
Howdy, however.
But yeah, I think I would like us to play some Vintage Story, and I will happily introduce you to the basics.
You said Sandra might be interested.
Yes, Sandra might be interested as well. Sandra and I have been having fun. We've only done one session so far, but It was nice. I can turn off one of these.
I mean, I'm assuming Xander is like the big melee class. Xander is strong.
Xandra, I believe, is playing a hunter.
Oh.
But the world that we're using does not actually have, it does not actually have, like, class-exclusive recipes. So any of us can conceivably make a recurve bow.
Alright,
Yay, thank you. Wow.
I think we should call it here, though, and do the snail next time.
What?
'Cause-
Oh, catch the snail at the beginning of the next session?
Yeah,
Yeah, that works for me.
because I need to take a break very badly.
Yeah, and I need to take a break as well. But this was an excellent time. Thank you as usual. And we're slowly getting used to the process. We're coming up with our own like collaborative take on it. I think that's the thing that has to happen with any streamer collab. But yeah, thanks for playing. You're going to continue after this, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Anno Mutationum.
Okay, cool. I need to go do some stuff like make dinner, but I'm going to raid you and send all of the folks watching me to go see you.
Hell yeah, I like that. Yep, back in time for the break. Here in time for the break, Beardo. And
Yay!
I'll put on some music. I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Thank you all so much for coming. Really appreciate it. And please have fun with Doobh. I'll see if I can't like swing by. Live and drink, everybody.
All right. Thanks for joining me.
I had a good time.
I gotta go to the little space beings room though. So
Okay, bye.
Dash off, right? Bye.
Bye.